Yes, sir.
Hello?
What up, what up, what up?
Yo.
Hello.
Welcome to episode 8 of the Endless Enjoyment Podcast. I am your host, V Chenzo. I am here with my boy, Kyle Shea.
Hello, folks.
And we have a very, very, very special, legendary guest on the pod.
Special
today.
guest.
What up?
Where do I start? Director, videographer, graphic designer, photographer, anything visual arts. This man's got it on lock, dude.
Yes, sir.
Sam McGrath, welcome to the pod, my dude.
Hell yeah, appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate you coming
Thank you for
by,
coming
dude.
on, man.
Making the time for it.
Hell yeah,
Busy man.
Had to. Yeah.
So you've been home for what, a couple days now?
Yeah. I got home like the 20th. Yeah, been home for a few days.
Just been enjoying time with the fam and stuff.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Time with the family, catching up with some friends and shit. You know, I had to pull up here. You already know.
I
So.
appreciate you, bro. It's so good to see you. We were just
Hell
talking
yeah.
about how I haven't seen you probably
Yeah.
since before you moved out to LA, which was when
Yeah.
we shot the Red Hot video of mine,
Yeah.
summer
Yeah.
2020.
Yeah, that was a minute ago.
I think that was like May.
Yeah.
'Cause you moved June.
June.
Right?
Yep. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, that
God
was fire.
damn, man.
I think that's like the last video I shot in Mass before.
Legendary shit, man.
Literally, yeah.
That's still like one of my most popular songs,
Yeah,
too.
hell
Red
yeah.
Hot.
Fire.
Appreciate you, bro. Fire. This is a legendary moment, dude. I'm so glad that you came through.
Hell yeah.
So where do we even start, man?
This
Whole journey. This
we
man
gotta
just
talk
turned
about-
21.
Yeah,
Literally,
literally,
he's
yeah.
a young man.
Yeah.
We're 22. You're gonna.
I'm turning 23 this week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on New Year's.
So this is probably the last pod that comes out before the new year.
right.
Fire. Hell yeah.
I'm gonna
Hell
get
yeah.
it done.
So how did
before
you guys
Let's do
meet?
So we met in high school.
Yeah, high school. Yeah, cause you were when you were a senior. I was I
Sophomore.
sophomore?
I think I was class of 2017. You were 2019.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yes. Sophomore. Yeah.
So I guess this is where it goes. I remember when I was in college. It was my freshman year of college. So that was your
Junior. Yeah. Junior year is like when I started everything. So that's probably I believe that was
Like you
when
started taking everything serious right there.
Yeah. Junior.
So I
year,
think
for
really,
sure.
I remember like talking. I think we had like gym class together.
Yeah.
some
We
point-
had gym class together.
At some point in high school, like
Yeah,
where we
we
were
had
like
gym
just kind of
class.
like talking about whatever, you know,
Yeah.
music or whatnot at the
Mhm.
time. That's like a vague memory. I barely remember that shit.
Dude,
Dude.
I actually remember the damn.
That shit's a
gym
blur.
class. Yo, that's crazy.
Gym
I didn't remember that till you
You
said
guys
that's
shooting
crazy.
hoops and playing dodgeball and
Oh,
shit.
Yeah. But I was on the class, so you got to do the fun games. We had to do the exercises and shit and run the track. Like I was playing football. Oh my god. Damn, that's crazy.
Damn, gym class, man, was the best in high school.
Yeah, that was.
So so that was like we weren't like really friends in high school. This
Yeah,
is,
it's just
like,
how we like first, I guess, genuinely first.
How you
met.
knew of each
Yeah,
other.
knew of each other type shit. And I think it was like when you were freshman in college, and
Yeah,
I
so
was in
the fir-
junior in high
So
school.
the first thing I remember was when you asked that girl out to prom at a Little
Yeah,
Skies
at a
concert.
Little Skies show. Yeah, that
I
was
remember I like
crazy.
responded to that and being like, "What, dude?
Mhm.
Like that's
Yeah.
great."
Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Good shit.
Hey, Skies, good shit, bro.
Thank you. Yo.
Skies. Plain shit, bro. Got the same matching tattoo as me, man. Make some noise for this guy.
No,
Way to
yeah.
do it up big.
So you want
Yeah.
to talk a little bit like how that even happened?
Yeah, that was just funny. So that was like, it's actually crazy because like, if you like know me, like I'm just a huge like Skies, Landon, Cuff Boys, like all of that. And like, if you just look at what I'm doing now, you just realize how like crazy it is. Like,
This man's living the dream.
yeah, and it's like, so yeah, like I went to like they're literally like their first ever big shows. I think you went to one of them too, like the Uzi one when they opened up for them. Didn't you go to the Uzi show?
Ooh, what are you talking about? Which show? No.
Oh wait, no, I think you went
I
to a
saw.
different one.
I thought I saw Skies when he opened up for Wiz at Xfinity.
Wiz. Oh, okay.
So that was
yeah.
summer 2018.
He opened up
So
for
that was late,
Uzi.
yeah.
He opened up for Uzi in 2017. That was like the first like big show he ever did.
That wasn't the one with G-Easy. That was a
No,
different
no,
show.
no,
That
no.
was a different one. I was
No,
there for
it was
that
like a winter show. It was like at the House of Blues, and that's like the
Oh,
first time I
yeah.
ever saw him. And that was like when I first got into his music.
That was like when Life of a Dark Rose came out.
That was before Life of Dog Rose.
Oh really?
He only had Red Roses nowadays.
Damn.
That like I've been on it for a minute and then dropped the album. Then I went to the Life of Dog Rose tour, and the girl I asked there was at the show too. That's like why I did it. But originally, I had like a meet and greet to like meet him, and then I was just gonna take a picture with him with the sign, and then he was like sick or something like that. Like he wasn't doing the meet and greets. I was like fuck, and like I wanted to do it. Like I had a whole plan on fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I saw like Nick Jandor just outside the tour bus, and I was like, and I already knew who he was because I
It's
was
like a videographer for
for
Skies.
Skies and all them, and like he does crazy videos. Like someone I like look up to. He's like dope videographer,
Mhm.
and I was like, yo, I had like this idea and all that stuff, and I showed him like I had one of my tattoos was a tattoo that he has. It's a butterfly, and I showed him that, and I was like, yo, like I'm a huge fan. Like I want this to happen. He's like, all right, bet I'm gonna make this happen. Like just DM me on Insta before the show starts, and we'll get it sorted out. DM'd him and stuff, and then he's like, bet I got you. And then like right before Red Roses and Nowadays, he like comes up to me and like he's like, yo, you got something for me, right? And I was like, yeah, and I gave him the sign, and then boom, it just
Just
happened.
in the middle of the show.
Yeah, just in the middle of the show, like just happened. Yeah,
You're just in the front of the crowd.
yeah, literally.
It's
Yeah.
like it was like a towel, right, or something.
It was a bandana. I just got printed at like some like print shop.
We go to
like,
prom with me. I feel like that video had to blow up on.
Oh yeah, he like retweeted it and shit and all that. Like it went crazy. It's still on my Twitter somewhere. Yeah.
Wow.
That's wild, man.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
I thought
crazy.
that was
I just
crazy.
remember like laying in my bunk bed in freshman year of college, being like, "Yo, what the fuck, dude?"
Yeah.
And then a few months pass.
Mhm.
It's like summer 2018. That's when I started putting music out.
Yeah.
And I remember you reaching out like, "Oh,
Yeah.
if you ever need like cover art, like anything
Mhm.
graphic design wise, video or something, like let me know." And I was like, "Hell yeah, bro! I appreciate you supporting."
Yeah, hell yeah. Cause I was like just getting into this, and I was like, I need people to work with and shit. And I like you lived in the same town as me, so I was like, bet, just lock in with people locally, you know, just see what
Hell
I
yeah,
can do
man!
from there.
Showing love from the get go.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
So that's crazy. In like just a matter of a few years, this man's
Mhm.
doing like, he's doing it bigger than anyone we've ever seen. That's
Yeah,
what it's like.
appreciate it. Hell yeah.
Yeah, bro. We had to
appreciate it.
have you come on and just show some love
yeah.
to you, bro, and just like
Yeah.
also like just give some inspiration to other people.
Yeah, hell
that
yeah.
are
Like that's a
doing
big
this.
reason why I like doing this type of stuff, cause it's like there's so many people that are like me, like in the crowd of shows, and now like you know they look at me like, wow, like that's crazy you're doing that. So it's like just to show everyone like it's possible, cause it's like there's so many other kids out there that like you know want to do what I'm doing. I was like, dude, I was one of y'all 3 years ago. Like
It's all about
literally.
just putting the work in.
it's like just being dedicated, put the work in. Like it's possible, you know. Because I feel like people like don't think it is. I think it's like an imaginary thing. They think of like working with all these people are like unrealistic, but it's like
Absolutely.
you can do anything. That's how mindset when I was starting. I was like, I want to if I'm gonna do it big, you know. I don't want to like just like do it like
Limit
I'm
yourself.
trying to, you know, I'm still like I want to do bigger stuff than I did last year. You know, I had a pretty good year this year,
pretty
which
good.
was like really dope, you know. But I'm trying to do something bigger, you know, like just work on like new stuff. Like I got a bunch of like bigger goals for next year, which we can probably discuss.
Hell
about
yeah,
at
dude!
the
I
end of
got
this.
some questions
Yeah.
for you.
Hell yeah,
We
hell
just
yeah.
getting into it, dude. Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, this is all exciting shit. I'm
Mhm.
so happy for you, man. That
Hell
you're
yeah,
just like
appreciate it.
representing and just doing your thing and just
Mhm.
showing people that it can be done. That no fucking dream of yours is unrealistic.
Yeah, exactly.
I hate that fucking saying.
Yeah,
that,
it's like
just
if you
not
want
realistic.
something, like you can get it. You can go do it. You just gotta work and
you gotta believe.
You know, you gotta
Yeah.
believe, literally. Yeah, 100%.
It's crazy. It's some just like shit just starts changing when you believe, really
Mhm.
believe in yourself
Yeah.
and what you're doing.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, man, it's a big thing. Like I know this. Like, I went to school for communications, film, all that stuff, and like, there's a lot of lazy kids that get into it, and like, you didn't go to school for it, right?
Yeah, no, I didn't. No.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like, it's all about hustling, man.
Mhm.
It's
This
all
ain't
it
college
is.
is not for everyone too.
Yeah.
either.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah,
It's
school
not.
was like never for me. Like I only liked like my like the entrepreneurial class and like the Photoshop and like TV video classes, but all the other ones like I didn't like. You know, like I remember like when everyone was like doing the SAT and just like filling out all that. I just like I didn't sign up for any of them. I didn't do it. I was like I'm not doing any of these, and I just graduated and I remember I had like I told my parents, I was like, yo, like I'm gonna just like take like a gap year. I'm just gonna hopefully figure something out, and if I don't figure it out, I'll go to college, and then it's just
In
down
that time you had off, that like summer, didn't you do like some sort of?
Oh
like,
yeah. So yeah, I did a like a college course. That was like in high school. That was like right before
Oh,
my
really?
senior year. Yeah. I took 2 college courses, my going into my junior year and then going into my senior year. That's I guess how I really got started into it, cuz like I was kind of planning this like before like high school ended. Like I was already doing it in high school, and I wanted to make sure I was like set up so I didn't have to go to college and stuff, cuz I didn't want to be a bum. I wanted to like, you
Yeah.
know, get to work, all that, you know. Like I've always been like about that, like being my own boss and like just kind of getting to work right away. So I did like 2 college courses at the College of Creative Studies in Michigan. One was for fashion design the first year, and then the second year was graphic design and advertising. And so that's how I learned, like, I already knew Photoshop and like designing stuff, because that's why I wanted to go there. But it made my like skills like better and like sharpened, and it made me view like how a design should look like on a poster, and like how like just like the proportions should be, and just little stuff like that. And that's where I came up with my first brand, Immortal, was at that camp, because we had to make we had to make we had to one of the assignments was we had to make a skateboard brand, and like almost like a whole website, a shoe design, t-shirt design. And like I already wanted to make a brand because there was a brand I was fucking with heavy. It was called Ransom. It was my boy Johnny now. And I was like, dude, like I just loved his clothes. Like I was literally wearing it every day. Like my whole closet was Ransom at the time, still is. And I made a brand like at the camp, and then when I got at the camp, I was like, I'm about to make this like a real thing. And then like I did. And then I dropped clothes and stuff like that. I got like a lot of artists wearing them, and it was inspired off a little bit of like some Skies stuff too, with like some butterflies and some colors and inspirational messages. And then like, so I really wanted to get him into the clothing too. And eventually I got him to wear the clothes, and like a few other artists like Iann Dior, Landon, like a bunch of others, 24K Golden. Yeah.
It's wild shit, man. So like it's just hard to
Yeah.
see like where this even like takes off, because you start like taking small steps.
Yeah, it's like little by little. So that was like right before my senior year. I was kind of getting everything with my brand together. I think senior year I like had my brand. Yeah, I did. And then when I graduated, like that was when I was getting more into like videography and all that. Just kind of just testing stuff out, because I had a homie named Xandros who was like shooting for Skies, Landon, like everyone.
He's
like,
from Mass.
Yeah, he's from Boston too, and he taught me like so much like about the video shit. So like when I graduated and stuff, I would just go to his shoots and do BTS and just watch what he does, because that was before. I think I only shot like one video with one of my homies then, but nothing like crazy. But I just wanted to see what it was like to like actually shoot a music video. Like how many takes do you do? Like how do you light the scene, the settings you use, whatever. So I started doing that like the summer going into, I guess the summer after I graduated. So like when everyone else is like going into college and moving in, I'm like going to video shoots, like doing behind the scenes and just watching him. And then I was also like shooting shows and stuff, like seeking myself into concerts, and also just hitting up managers, people that are opening up for like an artist that I want to see, and shooting the shows. Just so like, one, I loved concerts, and I was trying to learn videography, so I can bring my camera into a show and get in for free and be on stage. So I was like, it's a win-win. So I was doing that like all throughout the fall time, all the way up to the winter time, right before COVID, and then right before I moved to LA. And I think December of that year, it was 2019, me and like 5 of my homies that like kind of do video stuff, and then one is a tattoo artist and an artist, and then my homie Jelani, I was like, we were talking.
Lonnie, 3 times.
Shout out Lonnie. Shout out Lonnie. We were just in the studio last night. He made a fire song.
Hey.
Yeah, shout out
Is
Lonnie.
that what studio is that? Like the one in
Do-Over-Do
Norwood?
Yeah, hell yeah. You're pull up there, fire.
I know, dude. I've been meaning to.
Yeah.
It's just sometimes I try to like spare my money,
Yeah,
if
no, hell
I'm,
yeah.
Like I'm saving up to move to Nashville right now,
Hell
so it's
yeah,
like
no,
obviously
definitely.
sometimes you got to spend the money on the studio time,
Yeah.
and I've been meaning to like I really want to like network with those
Yeah,
guys.
no,
and
they
just
fire.
see
Yeah,
what they got
shout
going
out-
on
shout
over
out
there.
them,
They're
yeah.
working on a lot of dope shit.
Hell yeah, yeah. So I think it was like that 2019. I like just made a group chat with my homies. I just knew that just like are down for anything. Those are the type of people I can call up like, yo, you trying to do this weekend?
Yeah.
And they're like with it, like whatever it takes.
Type
they'll
of people
do
you
it.
need on your side.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why like I fuck with them heavy. Like and actually it's funny. One of the homies there, his name's Jared. He also has like a little media company called B-Roll from Atlanta, and they're fire. They do a lot of shit with Bernard Jabs. That's how
Yeah, I
I
was
that's how I
watching the
that's how I
interview you
met
did
with
with
Bernard.
them.
You feel what I'm saying? Like it's all connected. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But like
Makes
it's
a
funny.
Master networker.
Literally, like it's crazy, like how like it worked, because it's just like just looking at it, it's like dope to see, and like even like giving them opportunities as well, and like seeing them win is like awesome. That's like the goal for me at the end of the day. Is like I want to win. I want to see my homies win, because but yeah, it was funny. I was DMing him on Instagram for like a minute, like just talking and stuff, because we just both fucked with each other's work, and I just like DMing other creatives and just picking their brain and see how they like go about things, because I feel like it's like that's one thing us creatives relate to. It's like other creatives, because some people don't understand. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
when you're
everyone's got their own way.
Yeah. Like when you're just talking to other people that don't understand it, but it's like you're creative, so you understand it,
Thanks,
like But yeah, we're DMing and stuff, and I was like, yo, I'm trying to go to LA, and he was like, they're like, yeah, me too. I was like, yo, we should go. Mind you, we haven't even met in person yet. We just been DMing,
Yeah.
and like we just been DMing. Like I don't even know, like maybe he's not what I think it is. Luckily, I knew he was a cool
You didn't
dude.
get
and shit.
catfished.
Yeah, exactly. And he was thinking the same way as me. It's like we just didn't know each other, but it was just really dope. Like the first time we met was just in LA. We were just like, we dropped our last pennies on a flight into B&B, and we just had fun. And it's like one of the most memorable trips I've had. With just the homies. And went out there and we just networked, just had fun, did some vlogs, shot some videos, and it really like showed me like what like LA was, because you watch it in the movies and stuff and the TV shows, and it's like going there was just dope to me, and I was always like, I want to move there one day. Or after that, I was like, I gotta move there, like it's lit, and then I was shooting shows, went to LA, and the top of the year, Iann, Dior, and Landon went on tour. So
2020, you're saying?
2020 was like top of the year, like right before COVID, and I hit up like his brother, who's his manager. I was like, I want to shoot the show, I want to pull up. And he's like, bet. And then pulled up, shot it, and that's when I met Ian for the first time. And I also met Landon at the Orange tour. We just met each other like a few times. I gave him a shirt and stuff like that, and just shot it. But like we didn't really know each other like that yet.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I think it was like March that year after, I like did a few more music videos, and then like Johnny texted me. He's like, we wanna well, actually, do you have any other questions that like
Before we get into more recent shit?
Yeah.
I feel you, man.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to note was you're definitely right about you had the clothing brand already started when you were in high school, because I remember there's a picture of me and you at your graduation. And I'm rocking the Immortal t-shirt.
Facts.
We got to throw that up there.
Yeah, throw that up. Yeah.
That's some legendary shit, dude.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to think I'm trying to connect the dots here.
Yeah.
Because it all happened so quickly. This man graduates high school 2019. We're 2.5 years later, and this man's working with some of the biggest names in the music industry.
Yeah. So the main thing that made you go to LA was meeting with that guy and just like
meeting with him. I wanted to meet him, but also just see what it was like, and like also that was the weekend of Rolling Loud. That's why we did it, because it was the weekend of Rolling Loud. Like LA, so like everyone's gonna be there.
Is that your first festival you went to?
I didn't even go to that Rolling Loud.
Shit.
I just went because I knew people were gonna be there.
Oh yeah.
Because we were balling on the budget then. Like I wasn't gonna spend. I did go to Rolling Loud New York though. That was my first festival, which was in October of that same year. So I went to Rolling Loud New York just to go as a fan, because I just wanted to go. I've never been to a festival.
What were some notable performances there? You remember?
Bro, MGK, but it was before Tickets to My Downfall. He was still doing like the rap shit.
Hotel Diablo.
It was Hotel Diablo. Yeah, he was doing like Candy and all that, but. My favorite part was he hopped on the drum set and then started like drumming, but it was like a DJ like mixing these songs together, like freestyled, and he was drumming with the song, and it was like so crazy. He did Chief Key Finito. He did he did Moonlight. No, was it Moonlight? It wasn't. I don't think it was Sad. Actually, he did Sad, but it transitioned I think into Moonlight, and then he did like some crazy mixes that you would not think, but he's putting on these drums on it, and it's crazy. And like it was crazy. So he was crazy. And then Juice WRLD, that was his last Rolling Loud. That was just dope to see.
Damn.
And like he's a great performer. I saw him at his first show in Mass. It was at the Lowell like auditorium, like 29. I think it was that same. No, it was the year before, 2018.
Yeah, I saw him in 2018.
Yeah.
In Connecticut.
Yeah. He's a great performer. He's just
fucking
dope.
lit, dude.
And this was a time when he would like start freestyling on stage too, so it would just be like fun, Like I love when people like do like improv stuff like that when they perform, because it just makes it like every show different.
Living in the moment.
Yeah, and he brought out like everyone. He brought out like Season. He brought out Clever. He brought out G Herbo. He brought out Lil Tecca. Like he literally brought out like everyone. So it was just a dope set to watch. And rest in peace. It was his last Rolling Loud, so I was glad I was able to like witness it in person.
You watched the documentary yet?
Yeah, I just watched it. Great documentary. Shout out Grey Day and all of them. But yeah, watched him. I watched Skies, Young Thug, Kid Laroi too.
Really?
I watched Kid Laroi on like the first day, and literally, I kid you not, like, sorry Laroi, but I put you on blast real quick. There was like maybe 100 people in front. Like there was no one in front of the stage.
Now there would be a mob.
And that was like right I think after he dropped that video with Cole, the Let Her Go, like his first like big hit.
Oh yeah.
It's like right after, so like people kind of knew him, but like he's
That's
still
how
like
I found out about him.
Yeah.
That song.
It's great to see the evolution of people. Like
It
when
is,
no
yeah.
one shows up and then they're just blow right up.
Dude, it's crazy. So it was dope. I got to see him perform at Roll Out the first time. Saw Lil Key, Lil Mosey, a few others. I think
Also goes back with like talking about like Cole Bennett doing that video with Kid Laroi about like networking. Like all that took was Kid Laroi to make one video with one person, and that shit blew. Like he has gone up from there. Like one of the biggest stars in the world. He's going on like a world tour to like
he's
everywhere.
crazy.
In the world.
Yeah, and he had like a #1 too, like crazy. Yeah,
It's fucking insane. So it really does show. I mean, a lot of it is putting yourself out there and like who
Mhm.
you're networking with, who do you know, and who you maintain those genuine relationships with.
Hell yeah, cause I'm always about like being like genuine and like, cause a lot of people like I knew then like that's the people I work with now. Like my first few shows I shot was with Landon. I think my first show I shot. No, my first show was like an NLE Chopper show because my homie was the promoter, and then the second was a Landon show. And like now, I work with Landon all the time. Like I'm actually his manager now.
Really?
So it's like, yeah,
This
but
man's
it's
a
like,
man of many hats.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah. So like, you know what I mean? Like I'm always like about like building solid connections. Like, like because eventually I think also that a few months later I shot a Sky show because I was really good friends with his DJ, and like his DJ still like my boy. Like we went to Rome Loud like a few weeks ago. Like like yeah, it's just I'm always about
Rello,
just, yeah,
right?
Rello, yeah, shout out Rello, he's killing it. Yeah, so yeah, it's just I'm always about just always keeping genuine connections.
Fuck, I was just gonna say something right there and I fucking forgot.
Well, so like
What do you got?
the way you make these connections with these big guys is like you just go and just say, "Hey, can I shoot?" Make
it's-
a
every person's a little bit different. Usually it's not always just like right off the bat like trying to like. Sometimes you gotta finesse in. Like it's funny. The last show I shot before COVID was a Trippie Redd show that I made a fake media pass in and snuck in, and then I got in, shot Block Boy JB set, and then tour manager's like, and this is a really funny story too because now it relates because I literally just got off tour with Trippie Redd, so it's just
True
funny.
shit. Dude.
Like so it's just funny, but gets in the pit and like right before like the main artist is supposed to perform, they like clear the pit usually, or they like you have to have like a certain pass to shoot, and then he was like, that pass not real, pulled me out. Me and my homie, one of my other homies, Kevin Perry, who also shoots and does videos, we'll just always try to finesse in the shows together and stuff like, but yeah, we both got kicked out and shit.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Damn, just
God.
Yeah.
booted from the
Yeah,
club.
and it's
Wow.
crazy because the first night of tour, I'm shooting like the Ian's meet and greet photos, and we're just getting introduced to his team and stuff. I see that same dude, and he shakes my hand. I'm like, I'm Sam. He's like, I've seen you before. And I'm like, oh, for real? Like, I didn't want to blow my cover. I was like, oh, for real? Like, he's like, yeah, who do you shoot with? I was like, I work with like Landon Cube, like shot a few Sky shows, stuff like that. He's like, oh, okay, lit, you gang, and then just dapped me up and dipped. But it's like I knew
hope he
knew.
sees this.
Yeah, like bro.
That is
And I wasn't. It's funny because I literally went to Ian's tour manager and I told Ian, I was like, yo, I completely forgot. Literally first, I meant to tell Ian this before our tour, just in case, and just because it's funny. But I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, the last show I tried shooting before like COVID and was Trippie Redd. I got kicked out.
Was that in
That's
Mass?
amazing.
Yeah, it was at the House of Blues.
Damn.
It's always a
Yeah.
tense situation when you bump into a guy that kicked you the
Yeah.
fuck out of a
Yeah,
place.
but he didn't make the connection. At least I don't think.
Yeah,
Maybe he
I
caught on
mean,
eventually.
You probably see so many people.
Yeah, that's
there,
what I'm saying.
you
That's
know?
why
Exactly.
I remember it was funny because I shook his hand. I was like, dude, that's the dude.
It's just funny that you both recognize each other,
Yeah.
but he didn't know what from.
Yeah. So that's just funny. But yeah.
I
And
was
then
on that same tour. I saw that it was like early 2020, right? That Trippie was on.
yeah.
tour. I saw that same tour with Block Boy JB
Yeah,
in Nashville.
exactly.
That was when I was living
Nashville?
down
Oh,
there.
hard.
Yeah.
They probably turned up in Nashville.
It was fun as hell.
Yeah,
But
hell
dude,
yeah.
actually, one thing I remember not liking about that tour was he left the stage for like an hour.
He did that break. He
And
still
he's like,
does that.
They
He did
wouldn't
it
let
on
me
this tour.
smoke on stage, so I had to go leave for an hour. And I was
Yeah.
like, bruh.
Yeah.
It was so lit though. Whenever he was performing, I just wish he
Mhm.
performed for longer.
Smoke break.
Yeah, he
I
still
remember what
does
I was
that.
gonna say though. When I lost my train of thought,
Yeah.
I wanted you to just talk a little bit more of like the manager role and like.
Oh yeah, so it's actually been like more like it was kind of a role I recently got, but like even when I first moved into the house, like when I first started out just filming stuff around the house for Landon, like VHS stuff, taking photos, whatever, just getting him content, and then like when he was rolling out his new album, like we'll just like sit down and come up with like content ideas, like oh we should post this snippet, we should go out and like take some photos, maybe do like a acoustic version, like whatever will work, a live version, all that, to do the rollout, get him like the story post and all the assets he needs, like the out now, the pre-save links, stuff like that. And I was just doing that before, just like I know basically it was like his videographer and content creator, but I was just helping him with the creative side, just because I just fuck with his music and I want to support everyone, just figuring out best ways to do. Even though it's helping me learn like what could be good that I can use in my benefit, like how I should promote my stuff and vice versa, or even my other homies that do music. So that's how it started out, and then now it's more like I'll help him get on playlists, stuff like that, like pitching it out to playlist editors, sending emails for certain stuff, festivals, like getting on shows and stuff. But yeah, that's kind of like it kind of really depends on what it is, even like studio sessions, for example. I'll like build a calendar for him and just let him know what he has for the whole week, on Monday. And if he has something, I'll just text him and put in the calendar. It's just more just scheduling stuff out and stuff like.
Just
all
being
that.
there, just like
being there,
having,
like
being,
second hand man, all that, making sure
Hell
everything's
yeah.
straight, and also just getting him opportunities like songs with artists. Like, hey, you want to work with this guy? All right, I'm gonna find like their producer or their manager or A&R or whatever,
connecting.
Yeah,
the
connecting
dots,
the
man.
dots. Yeah, literally. It's really just connecting the dots. And I feel like that was one thing I was already kind of good at because, like, if I wanted to shoot a show, I'll just go dig for the managers, at somewhere on a tag post, DM them or email them, and, hopefully get an answer, So it's the same thing, just now I'm able to represent someone bigger where it's, it's worth their time of day, not just a kid trying to shoot a show.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
it's like he's as an artist, he's probably already got a ton going on,
Yeah,
and he
so-
wants to probably focus on what he's best at, which is writing songs and recording them.
Exactly.
So like
yeah.
to have someone that helps out and do those things is huge.
Exactly, yeah. And also, too, is cool is, like, because I'm always just, I'll chill in the studio with him when he's making music, or we'll just start listening to music and stuff. And, like, also, like, I kind of also have that point of view, like, business-wise now, but also, like, just as a fan, as a listener, because that's what I was starting out. So, like, he'll always ask me, like, yo, what do you think of this song? Like, you think the fans will fuck with it? Do you fuck with it?
Yeah.
Like, there's a few songs on the Sapphire album that, like, originally wasn't going to be on it, but I was like, yo, like, I think the fans will, like, really like this, and then you put them on there,
Damn,
type thing.
That's
So
huge.
it's also, like, I'm also like a third ear, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I mean, you're someone he obviously respects enough to like he
Mhm.
cares a lot about your opinion,
Yeah, exactly.
and it's really good to just have someone like that that you
Yeah.
that you trust and can
Mhm.
rely on. Because a lot, I mean, as an artist myself, like you question yourself a lot, like should I
Mhm.
even do this or?
Exactly.
But you never know, like. Someone like you, we might be like, "Oh, this song's dope. Like, how are you not putting this on the album?" Like,
Exactly.
fans,
I literally said, I was like, bro, this is like my favorite song. You gotta put it on.
Can you name like what one?
Oh
of
yeah,
one
it
of
was
the
it was
songs?
a song called "Stupid" on Sapphire, and it just had a different vibe, but it still matched the album. Cause he was thinking of like either saving it for his next one, but I just know how that works. If you save it for the next one, probably won't even make the next one because they're
Yeah.
gonna make like 40 other 100 songs, So I was like, no, this is like perfect for the album, and it worked because there's another song that he had. Had a feature on it that we like couldn't get cleared, so we like had an open space. So I was like, bet, like throw that on there, and he was like, all right, cool, that works. It fits the vibe. Made it in the same time frame, so it's like the same ideas and same, I guess like sound that he was going for that album. So it worked. Yeah.
That's dope, man. It's just good to hear about like the behind the scenes process.
Yeah.
There's a lot more going on than just
Mhm.
him making the music. There's obviously
Exactly.
like producers that are involved with it.
Yeah, I think that was literally like the last song he like submitted into the album because it was just a demo, but then he had to like finish the production and add some other stuff.
Mix and master.
and then
it.
just submitted it. I think it's like the last song he submitted like a week before. Yeah, dude.
Yeah. So that came out about a year ago, right?
Literally a year ago, December 4th, 2020. Yeah. Literally like
It's
a year
crazy,
ago.
man. Time's flying by.
Yeah,
It is.
he's wrapping up his next album, and yeah, I'm excited.
Looking forward to it, man. So he's not the only artist you manage, right?
He's like, he is like the only artist I really manage. I just help out a lot of my other homies with music shit. Like I help out Bernard with music stuff. I help out my other homie named Ten Tempo.
Mm-hmm.
And any other homies that like, even like my homie Brycey, like he'll send me songs, get my opinion. Lonnie, like we'll go to the studio, I'll like help him out like with some ideas or whatever. Like, yeah, like he's the actual only artist I actually manage, but like I'm always down to help out other artists, and they'll send me songs and let me know what they think.
What's the biggest difference between like helping them work on the one from last year to this year? Would you say?
Well, the one from this year is I was there for like all of the recording basically, because he made basically like 90% of it at the old crib, and then like also recently, because he's still making songs for it, and he'll like replace some, put some on the back burner, save it for another album. So it was more just me being there in the studio and actually like witnessing it. That's the biggest difference, because most of it was recorded before I moved in and before I actually even knew him. Also, I guess also like him as an artist, like he's grown so much, like his styles changed a little bit. He's kind of going more the alternative route,
Hell
a little bit
yeah.
of rock. He's still got some like rap type songs in there, and has been also working with a few other like rappers as well, to kind of still stay in that genre as well. But yeah, I mean, definitely, just as a listener perspective, I feel like people will see that he's grown as an artist. Like he's really just polished his sound and also like evolved. Like he's got some crazy like rock tracks that like you would think you would never hear from him, but they're crazy. And like he has like some very mellow like tracks with a bunch of strings and guitar.
Yeah. I was looking at like even Led Zeppelin influences that he was talking about. It's
Yeah.
like crazy.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because he's always been. That's the funny thing too, is like, because obviously if you've heard of Landon Cube, like everyone knows him from a lot of like Skies songs and like stuff he's done with Lyrical Lemonade, and it's more like on at least like other artists he's working with are more like on like the more rap
Yeah.
hip hop side. But then if you like listen to a lot of his album, like even Sapphire, is more like alternative, you know, and it's really dope. And it's like a fresh, you know, sound that I feel like rap fans could really appreciate.
Yeah, and that helps them grow.
Yeah.
And to appreciate other types of music. Like me, I really grew up only listening to hip hop, and then
Me
when I
too.
went to college, I just kind of started listening to more alternative music. And I'd say like two huge artists that like busted that door open was Juice WRLD and Lil Peep. Like they definitely like bridged that alternative. Like,
yeah. No, definitely. I agree.
rap fucking
Hell yeah.
whatever it is. But with Sapphire, that album, I remember like the Risk video. That
Yeah,
song was a
Risk.
banger. Like
Yeah, I
definitely
got
one
it
of my
tatted on me.
favorites. Hell
Twice
yeah.
actually. I got it here. And then
Oh my
here.
God.
Yeah. And then he got this on like his stomach. Like we both got this on his birthday. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that video was dope. Talk about, I guess, filming that.
Yeah, that was dope. Yeah. It's funny that like video had like 3 different treatments because we were like trying to get like label budgets, but like it was fourth quarter, so like labels like going on break for Christmas, whatever, holidays, and like just getting like the label budget we wanted, like we couldn't get, so we're like, fuck it, like we're just gonna do it, like just us, it's just me, my homie Rob, and then literally like Johnny, Cam, all of them. We just pulled up to this desert, and the desert was so far away. It's funny because I had to literally drive there like twice in a week because I drove there to scout it out to make sure it was like cool and like abandoned, like we can go and shoot there. Cause we didn't rent any of the locations. Like we probably like realistically the amount of money we spent on this video was probably like the $100 on the U-Haul to bring all the drum set.
Run and gun. I
yeah,
love
like
it, dude.
the drum set and then like the dirt bikes we used in them because everything else was just we just pulled up and just shot it, you know.
Also,
We
the
didn't-
Lie to Me video was in the desert too, right?
Yeah, Nick Chandor shot that one. That one was fire. Yeah.
You were helping out with it too.
Yeah. I was pulling up to like all his Landon shoots and just doing BTS and all that.
That's a fucking great song too.
Yeah, that's like one of the ones that's one of my favorite on there. Just a solid song. Like it's just a great song.
And the video's just
Video's
trippy
crazy.
as
Yeah,
hell.
it's trippy. I love it. Yeah, shout out Nick, he killed that. But yeah, the Risk video, I like found this like desert. 'Cause I knew I wanted dirt bikes in it because I remember Landon told me he's like, I definitely want like some dirt bikes and bikes because him and Johnny just got dirt bikes and they just wanted to ride them. And I was like, all right, we need like 5 people on dirt bikes, like driving around in like a circle around you and like with like a band like in the desert. Like I felt that'd be sick. Get like a drone guy and yeah. So I like found a desert abandoned spot and like literally it was like 4 hours away. We drove so far, and it was like literally like an hour and a half away from Vegas, like to put in perspective from where it is in California, and I like drove there like the Monday before we shot it. Like I think we shot it on like a Friday, I think, or something, or a Thursday. I drove up there, like me and my homie Rob drove up there like super early in the day because I was like, it's a long drive. We literally woke up at like 6 a.m. just drove up there to literally go look at it and drive back home to just
Damn.
make sure it was cool, because like just to make sure it was good. So then we scouted it out. Drove up early the morning of the shoot, pulled up, shot a few scenes in the daytime with some dirt bikes and stuff. And then also too, which was also cool, because I knew I also wanted like some sort of like abandoned like warehouse or like motel or whatever. And literally like 30 minutes away was abandoned pool, abandoned whole motel set. That's where one of the shots is. It's inside of an old motel.
Breaking
and then,
shit in there.
Yeah, just breaking shit in there. And then there was a junkyard literally like in the back of it that had like all these old cars and all that stuff that were smashing and stuff. And we had no permits for this, mind you. Like we just pulled up and shot
That's
it.
great.
So it's just funny, yeah. So yeah, we did shot in the daytime. Then we got some food. Went to the motel location, shot there, and then went to the junkyard location after. And it was just funny because they're just all like in a triangle, like they're all super close together. So it just worked. Like I don't know, it was just miracle. Because I would hate to have to shoot like one location and then drive another 3 hours for another, or go back to LA. Like
It's a whole
it
process.
just worked out. Like we could shoot it all, and we literally had it planned. We literally figured it all out in like a week time frame. Because we found out like, oh, we weren't able to get this budget, so we just got to shoot it. And if we wanted to deliver it at a certain time, we need to shoot it in this time frame. And it was right before Christmas we shot it, so like we were all going home for break. So we were like literally like running out on time. So it's crazy. So yeah, it worked. Everything came together, and it was one of my favorite videos I've done. So yeah, it was a good one.
Hell yeah, that's a great video.
Hell yeah.
Definitely check it out if you've never seen it. Risk by Landon Cube,
Hell yeah.
directed by my boy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sam McGrath. Join the boys on the podskeee over here.
Yep. Hell yeah.
What
Let's see.
reunion?
Only about 35 minutes in right now.
Bet.
So we're cruising.
Hell yeah. We cruising.
Let's backtrack, I guess, a little bit. So something that just reminded me of
Mm-hmm.
is like, so it's crazy thinking about it. The last time I saw you
Yeah,
was
yeah.
when we filmed the Red Hot music video,
Yeah.
May of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like right after I had just got back from living in Nashville because
Mhm.
COVID fucked it all up.
Yeah.
Which is crazy that you moved to LA mid-pandemic.
Yeah, that was crazy. Everyone always tells me that, like, when they're always like, how long you lived in LA? I'm like, like, year and a half, like, moved during COVID. They're like, whoa, hold up.
Oh,
They're like,
yeah,
always like,
what?
yo, that's crazy. I was like, yeah, it's whatever. Luckily, I haven't got COVID yet, and I'm vaccinated, so it's like,
Gang.
yeah, I'm
Fuck
chilling.
COVID.
Yeah.
Shit's a bunch of bullshit.
I
But
know, yeah. Especially for, like, the entertainment industry.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like, can't
it
do shows,
sucks, man.
tours, all that. Like, it's crazy.
it's tough,
But it's
man.
coming back slowly, hopefully. This new variant, though, sounding crazy, so I hope it doesn't fuck it up again.
Yeah, no, they're just
Yeah.
trying to scare us or
Yeah.
whatever, dude.
Yeah.
I'm just in my own little world over
Exactly.
here.
It's got to be.
So, I brought up the Red Hot video again, though, because I remember Cam, shout out Cam, he was doing, like, he plays people's music, you donate, and he'll
Oh,
listen to music,
yeah.
and I donated and
Mhm.
had him watch the Red Hot
Mhm.
music video, and at the
Yeah.
beginning it says directed by Sam
Yeah.
McGrath, you know, the S comes up on the
Mhm.
screen. He's like, what, Sam, dude?
Yeah.
And he's, like, explaining to the audience, he's like, yo, Sam, like, lives in my house, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
this kid
yeah.
must be from Mass, you know.
That's funny as hell.
I
I
just-
remember you told me that too or something. And then,
I
and then
actually
he,
think
and then
I
he
have
told,
the videos.
Really?
Like,
That's
I
fire.
screen
Yeah, you gotta
recorded
put that
it.
on here. Yeah, that's funny.
Throw it in.
Yeah.
Oh, Sam. All right. Sam McGrath lives with me in my house. Oh, fuck. The guy who directed this video.
I'm feeling red hot like Frank's got the sauce. I put that shit in everything I hop on, gosh darn.
So yeah, that was funny. So I guess what we should talk about is like the move to LA
Hell yeah.
itself.
Yeah, so it was like March of like 2020. It was like March 2020, and Johnny just like randomly texted me, and he's like, "Yo, like, I got something crazy news. Like, I'm gonna call you in the morning." I was like, "All right, bet." And then he called. Then he didn't call me, and then like, he didn't call me right away because I called him because I was like, "What's this news? Like, what's
Yeah.
going on? Like, it's good, bad? Like, I'm trying to know, like, what's going on?" And then he finally called me. It's like, "Yo, like, we're getting this new house, and we have like an extra room, and like, we want like just another creative or just someone that does stuff that we do and that can like bring something to the table for like the house and all that. We want you to move in." I was like super excited. I was like, "Yo, it's crazy." And mind you, like, I had no idea of like how I'm gonna like move all my stuff there, like make money out there, whatever. I was like, I was like, "Yeah, I'm down." And I didn't tell my parents for like 2 days because I was like, I didn't know what they would say at first.
Yeah.
And I told my mom, I was like, "Yo, so like," because mind you, I already agreed, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm down to pay that for monthly. Like, I'll take this bedroom, whatever." Like, I already told I was like, "I'm in, whatever." Like, all that verbal agreement, basically.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
not a second thought. You're
Yeah,
just like,
I was
I'm
like,
in.
I'm in. And then I remember one day it was like morning, like mom just made breakfast, I'm chilling. I was like, "Mom, so like, what if like I moved to LA?" And she's like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Well, like, so like Johnny's getting a new house and like I'm trying to move in." And she was like, "Oh yeah, that'd be awesome, that'd be great." I was like, "Oh, I thought it was about to be like she's about to say no."
Yeah.
And I'm like, because then if she said no, I'd be like, "All right, like I already agreed that I was gonna go,
By
so
the
now we got
way.
a problem." But she was like all with it, and she's super like, shout out my mom, shout out my parents, like they're super supportive, like always. So like they're with it because they knew how much like it would mean to me to do that, and like how like it could be a great opportunity and just whatever, all my friends are in college and school and all that, doing that stuff. It's like I can pursue my career and like videos and whatnot, graphics and all that, moving to LA, So she was with it and stuff, and that was like, I think I only filmed, that was like before I even filmed Red Hot. I only had like 2 videos. That was in March when all this happened, like me like figuring it out, because I moved in June. That's before I filmed Red Hot. But I was like, all right, like now I gotta really go crazy on the music videos. Like I need a way to make money, like because like I can do the clothing stuff, but it's also like LA not cheap. I need a car and I gotta pay rent and just other stuff, and I
Get
gotta
all
eat.
your shit over.
I gotta move all my shit. I gotta eat all that. I gotta like make money and all that stuff. Maybe I might have to get a job, whatever, 9 to 5, whatever. I gotta figure all that out. So I was like, all right, I'm about to just start grinding out music videos until I move. So I shot like a video with my homie Bryce C, shot one with my homie Lonnie, shot one with you, and then I went to Atlanta like the week before I was moving. I went to Atlanta and shot a video with Bernard Jabs, and that was when I met Bernard Jabs for the first time. And we shot 2 videos out there. But I was just kind of just building up my resume and just doing music videos just to like get better at it. Like anything, you play sports, you just practice. I'm just practicing, getting videos out, just hopefully making the dopest videos I can. And yeah, when I moved to LA, I was like, all I was doing was just shooting videos, just getting a bunch of videos. And then also on the plane ride, like in LA, like on the way to LA, I was like DMing every rapper I could think of that I've ever listened to. I was like, yeah, I'm in LA, blah, blah, blah. One of them was Famous Dex, and he hit me back right away. And that was like the third day I was in LA. I shot a video with Famous Dex.
Damn.
Most random thing ever. It was just I shot like 2 videos with him. And then, yeah, it's just like, you know, but it was just, you know, using my networking to do other services, you know. So, yeah, you know, I was shooting music videos and stuff. And then in LA and, you know, just figuring everything out, you know, just living the dream, you know.
It's insane, bro.
Yeah.
And that, because it just slowly, like, I don't even know, man. It just started off so slow. Like you said, like you weren't even really doing the music videos, like seriously, until you moved to LA.
Yeah.
And that just gave you a kick in the
Yeah,
ass.
I think I literally had like 4 music videos, maybe 5 music videos under my belt before I moved to LA.
Which is dope, though, because people obviously already saw your potential from there, dude.
Yeah, hell yeah. So.
You're a very hardworking individual, and you just got the vision for the visual arts.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Yeah, just dial in. Hell yeah. So yeah, you know, moved to LA.
At
we
the
lived
Cuff
there.
Boys house.
Yeah.
So what was it like living with those guys out there?
It's a party every day. I'm not kidding. Yeah, it was great. It was a dope experience. One, because it was the first time, like, because mind you, I wasn't going to school or anything like that. Like, I've never experienced, like, living away from home, especially for that long, you know, like, you know, closest was just those camps in, you know, in Michigan for like a few weeks, just like a little summer camp. But like, you know, all my homies are like, you know, living on campus and stuff. Like they're living away from home. They're getting their off-campus apartments, and I'm just still at home. And I'm like, all right, like I gotta move out. So, you know, living at home was just definitely, I mean, living away from home was definitely one, like an adjustment. And then also just living with, you know, people that I looked up to is like crazy, you know, it's like, you know. So that, you know, it was definitely dope, you know, helping them out with whatever they needed, vlogs, you know, Landon with videos, Johnny with content, designs, whatever. So, yeah, it was dope. Definitely a cool experience, you know. You know, and especially living with also, like, other people, too, that also, you know. And also, it's, like, so many different things. Because also, they're also, like, 3 years older than me, too. So it's just, like, a different, like, step up, you know.
Yeah.
It's like.
Young Gun Sam
Yeah,
comes
like,
in.
I'm moving in. I'm 19 years old. They're all, like, 22, 23. So it's just like, it's different, you know?
It's ready to work, man.
Yeah, no, but that's what it was. Like, I was ready to work, you know? Not asking for no handouts, just I'm going to work, whatever they need. I got you know? Like, yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, that was crazy. I remember just hearing about that and being like, I was so happy for you, man.
Hell
I
yeah,
was just
appreciate
like,
it.
'cause it was like crazy. Like, I had just got home. We shot the video, and I was
Yeah.
like, this man's about to move to LA already.
Yeah.
He just got out of high school. And
Yeah.
that shows you don't need to go to college. This man is working with some of the biggest names in the music industry right now.
Hell yeah.
Just from being himself, doing what he loves to do. And that's like, I respect the hell out of it, man. And I'm so proud of you. And
Hell yeah, appreciate it.
just like, I can't wait to see what else you can do. Like, dude,
Hell
you
yeah.
just turned 21. Like,
Yeah.
say, like, what are you going to do, like, within the next few years, man? That's like,
Hell yeah. No, yeah, I definitely want to do a bunch of dope stuff. Like, a big goal of mine is I want to, like, eventually have, like, my own music festival, like, at the Xfinity Center and bring, like, a
that
bunch of
would
dope
be
artists.
insane.
That's, like, my,
I
like,
you
biggest
tweeting
goal.
that.
Yeah, I
feel
tweeted
like
that. I think I tweeted that, like, in high school. Like, yeah, like, I like, that's, like, my biggest goal because, like, you know, growing up there, all of us, like, we go to shows there. So, like, you know, my 2 goals were, like, I want to shoot a show there. Just, like, first, you know, go back there, like, on a tour or something. So, like, thankfully, I was able to do that with Ian this year. Go to the Xfinity Center, shoot, you know, the tour, the show. And just seeing, like, literally everyone in the crowd, it was just crazy. It was just, like, a surreal moment because I was, like, we graduated
on the stage, yeah.
We graduated on those steps. So
and
it's like,
actually, how I met Kyle was from working
For
there.
real? That's
yeah,
hard.
that's how
That's
we
fire.
became friends.
We've been doing security there since 2018.
hell yeah. Yeah, so, like, and that was always a big goal of mine. Like, I want to go because I was in the pits in those crowds, you know, like, watching the shows. I want to go there and shoot a show. And now it's like I want to go do my own show, like a festival where, you know, kids in mass can look forward to for, like, a dope music festival or something out there.
That's just like how, like, Cole Bennett's doing that in
exactly.
Chicago, bro.
Yeah, inspirational for
We
real.
need someone to do it
So
out
it's
here,
like,
man.
yeah, I would love to, like, you know, bring back all the artists I worked with, you know, and just have them perform, you know, in front of all my homies.
It's going to happen one day, man. We're speaking into
Hell
existence right now.
We're going to bring
on
this back when it happens.
And it's
'cause
going
it's
to be
gonna.
a trip, dude.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Oh, what was I going to say about that? What was your first show at Xfinity Center, you remember?
Yeah, it was one of the summer jams. It
I
was
say.
Post Malone before he was like what he is now. Like, I think he just
Like
had,
Lil
like,
Wayne was there.
Lil
Russ.
Wayne, Russ. I think Chris Brown was there too, right?
I think so. I was
Yeah.
at that one.
Yeah.
That was 27.
I think that was 17. I think.
My
Yeah, it was
first one. My
2017.
first one was Summer Jam 2014.
Damn.
My freshman
Jesus.
year of high
Mhm.
school. What an experience, dude!
Yeah.
It was like Kendrick Lamar,
Oh,
Juicy J, J Lo was there for some reason.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like So,
God.
bunch
Yeah,
of-
because
there's
I be
bunch of
looking
dope
back at
cuts.
like all the old like lineups. I'm like, bro, these are like actually insane if you look at them now. Like the lineups are crazy.
And they're not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think so. They haven't done it in like the last
Yeah.
like couple years.
So
I
I'm
guess.
about to bring it back.
There we go.
Feel
That's
With
what
your
we
own
need.
twist
Yeah,
on it, man.
yes,
It's gonna
sir.
be even better, dude.
Hell yeah.
I miss that shit though. Like
No, that's
the-
what I'm saying. It's like it's literally like surreal. Like even like if you look at like those like even the ones that, like the later ones like right before like they stopped it like they're crazy. So it's just dope. Yeah.
the rap concerts always get out of hand, dude. It's just
Yeah,
a great time.
exactly,
You're
yeah.
just in the lawn.
Yeah.
Just like going
Chilling.
wild.
Yeah.
Especially that one that you went to, right? Talking about it was raining that day.
Which one? Oh yeah, it was raining. Yeah, people are like mudsliding and stuff.
I said
yeah.
I ate shit in the mud, dude.
Yeah,
I
dude,
was-
dude, I remember my yeah.
It's not really the lawn. It's really just a muddy fucking
literally.
shit pile.
Yeah, even when I went back this year, like with the Ian show, like I just walked along because like, I just kind of walk around. I walked around like before the show. I just walked around the whole venue just to, like feel it out
Soak it all
again, you
in,
know.
yeah.
But like there's like barely any grass there now.
Oh yeah, it's all wood chips. there.
yeah, wood chips and like yeah.
Did the same thing. So I remember, like the last concert I worked there this
Mm-hmm.
summer. Well, the season ended up ending in October,
Mhm.
but since I'm moving to Nashville, like that's the last time I'm ever gonna work at Xfinity. So
Oh,
I remember
yeah.
just walking around like the whole venue
Yeah,
that day,
hell
just
yeah.
Chris
like
Stapleton show, yeah.
soaking all in.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like that's great that Xfinity means that much to you because it means
Mhm.
a fucking lot to me and
Hell
Vinny. Like
yeah.
we
Oh, yeah.
love that place.
No,
Like I love that place so
And
much.
that'd be a dream come true to do some shit there
yeah,
one
that's
day.
that's definitely one of my goals for sure. Got to do that.
It's gonna happen, man.
Hell
Probably
yeah.
sooner than you think too.
Yeah, hopefully, 'cause I want. Yeah, definitely.
How do we get to where we are right now, man? So you moved to LA
Mm-hmm.
summer 2020, and then you immediately just start working
Yeah,
with people,
music videos,
meeting
and
people.
stuff. Yeah, and then I had a few homie directors. One of them's Mooch. Shout out Mooch. I met Mooch because I did some like graphic design for the MGK Travis Barker video with Ian. Like
Sick and Tired,
I
that
like
shit's
designed. Yeah, I designed like the house and the intro, and that's how we met. And that was just on the internet. And then I met him on the tour that when Ian and Landon went on tour. I met him in person, just got to know him, and then we just stayed in touch. So like when I was moving to LA, if I don't have a shoot and he has a shoot, like I'll pull up Stoop ETS or whatever, take photos and all that, give them content as well. And that's how I'd meet a lot of artists as well. Like he's done some crazy videos, like the Lil Wayne Rich the Kid video, like a lot of Ian videos, like Trippy Reds, all that. Like he's worked with so many people. Yeah, I'll do BTS with them, meet artists and network through there. Yeah, like just knowing a lot of video producers and directors will just help me get on like big sets to like really see what it's like to shoot these big videos. And I'll just learn a lot from them, So it just helped me grow as a director, videographer, and whatnot. And yeah, that's kind of what I was doing when I wasn't shooting videos. I'll be like
soaking it all
you're
up.
just soaking it all in. I feel like because that's like the one thing I feel like it's just like I don't like wasting time. So if I have like an opportunity to learn, I'm gonna learn. So like. So that's what I was doing, just learning the best I can, getting in like the room with big people, just just soaking it all in, like you're saying, So yeah, that's kind of how everything's kind of coming together,
Just by making all those connections. Like, is that like how you started working with like Ty Fontaine too?
Yeah, actually, well, yeah. Well, it wasn't that, but it was just like a connection type thing. I think I hit up like his manager, and then also hit up him, and then they wanted to lock in. We shot like a bunch of videos, a lot of dope videos, and then yeah, like. Reaching out to like different managers, A&Rs and whatnot, and saying like, yo, I do videos, and eventually people start coming to you. So like, after I did the Thai videos, like a whole new crowd of people were seeing my stuff, and then, after I did like the Landon videos, a whole new crowd of people were seeing my stuff, and then like, I had like someone from Lil TJ's team hit me up when he dropped his album that I dropped like. I think that dropped like in like March or something like that, and I shot like a video on it. It didn't come out for some reason, but I shot like 2 videos on it. Some like run and gun videos in the studio. They were pretty cool, but just the fact that you can be in the room with those people and even just work with them and have a piece of art that you guys both created is just like dope. So like,
Yeah, it's something you get to save
it's
for
just
yourself.
something, yeah, like I'll throw that on the TV and watch it. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Like, I listen to Lil TJ. That's just a fire, So it's just like,
Hell yeah.
yeah,
Super
like,
surreal, man.
yeah, like just like, like, because eventually people like start coming to you and want your services. So it's just dope, like people you would never think of hitting you up. It's just dope.
Because like before you would have to, say, here's my work.
Yeah.
I would really like to work with y'all. And now it's more
Exactly.
like they see your work and they're
Yeah.
like, yo, let me work with you.
Exactly, which is dope. So like that's the best part about it, and just like working with people that you fuck with heavy, like, like as we were talking about, like you know, from the start, you know, the whole shit with the Skies promposal stuff. It's like I was literally in the studio with him and Landon like 2 weeks ago. Like, you know,
so
like,
Skies just tagged you in a
yeah,
post.
yeah. I did like a
yesterday,
little
or-
edit for him. Yeah, shout out Skies. He's a dope person. So yeah, you know, like just stuff like that, like just being in the room, you know, soaking it in. You know, seeing his process of how he records is dope because I listen to his music. You know,
You're just
like,
learning, man.
you're
You're
just
so
learning.
young, bro, and you're
Yeah.
killing it, my dude. So
Appreciate
it's
it.
like
Hell yeah.
the shit that
Mhm.
I can't even imagine the shit that you're gonna do,
Mhm.
man.
Appreciate
It's
it.
like wild. Something I also wanted to acknowledge that when I
Mhm.
was like, obviously, you know, just like trying to like refresh myself on what you've been doing.
Hell yeah.
It's just like, you know, thinking of questions to ask and whatnot. I saw yesterday that you had 9,970 followers, and
Yeah.
as of today,
Yeah.
you hit 10K
10K.
followers on Instagram.
Hell yeah.
Congratulations.
So
Wow.
congrats,
Wow.
bro.
Thank you, bro. Hell yeah. Yeah, no, yeah. Appreciate
That's
that.
a huge moment. We're celebrating on the fucking
Oh yeah,
podskeee,
yeah,
right?
literally. Perfect timing too. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, so congrats
Appreciate
on
it.
that, bro.
Thank you, bro. Thank
I
you.
know, like, you really shouldn't be, like, too concerned about, like,
Mhm.
numbers and whatnot, but, like, obviously that's, like, an accomplishment, and you're
Mhm.
moving towards, like, huge things. Like, I try
Mhm.
not to get discouraged by, like, low views. At least you have people that are viewing your content
Hell yeah.
and showing
appreciate it.
love. But
Yeah.
now you have, like, your own, like, little fan base that's
Yeah.
starting to grow, and people know who you are and the role that you
Mhm.
play in the industry right now, which is, like, huge.
Yeah, that's the dopest part. Is like I'll go to a show and people be like, "Yo, let me get a pic with you." And it's funny because it was funny the first time like someone did that. I think it was like I forget what show it was, but they were like, "Yo, let me, can I get a pic?" I was like, "Yeah," and like I grabbed the phone like thinking they want me to take the picture.
Oh.
And like, no, I want it with you. I was like, wait, what? I was like, oh, bet. I was like, bet. All right, let's do it. And like, it's just dope. And they're like, you know, just cause I was doing that to other, you know, videographers, artists, like, yo, I want a picture, blah, blah, blah. And it's just dope that like, you know, cause like, you know, when I'm asking like an artist for pictures, like, you know, they mean something to me. So the fact that I can like mean something to someone else is like surreal, you know, and that I can inspire someone, you know.
You're a
so,
huge inspiration, brother.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's
Appreciate
just
it.
like keep living the dream, dude.
Mhm.
You know,
Hell yeah.
showing people that it's possible.
Yeah, that's like what I literally tell them too, cause they're like, yo, like I love your work, and I'm like, yo, like to be real, I was in the same crowds that you are right now. Like you can do it too. Like it's crazy. Like I always tell anyone I take a picture with or anyone that like fucks with my work that like you know give me good you know that just says good things to me. Like I always tell them like, dude, like you can do it too. You know, like it's not impossible. Like you just gotta work hard. You know,
you gotta
do good things.
just figure out what that is
Yeah.
that you want to do. and
Exactly.
pursue it.
Yeah. You know. Yeah. Because they're always, you know, I'll have people ask me like, oh, how are you doing what you're doing now? And it's like, and I think I literally sometimes I'll even just send them back like a post, like an old post of mine that's like me in the crowd, like, yo, I was you like 3 years ago. So like it's possible. Like just put your head down. Like make sure you're working hard and dedicated to what you want to do. Like, yeah. But yeah, that's dope.
It's insane, man. So,
Mhm.
oh fuck, what was I gonna say? Fuck. Here we go. Fuck, man. These pods, man. A lot of fucking conversation.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, though. It's a great time.
Hell yeah.
What I was gonna say though is I guess like as a role that you're playing is more behind the scenes. So it's good like that you do some stuff like this. Like you've done a few podcasts before and you're coming
Mhm.
on here. It gives like the audience that you're starting to build up who knows who you are an opportunity to get to know you more and
Exactly.
like, what you've been doing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's what I love about like interviews and podcasts. Like you can, because I watch podcasts and interviews and all that all the time, about like anyone, a producer, like you know, a behind the scenes guy, an A&R, because I just love like you know soaking in the knowledge. So that's why I love like platforms like this that people can like just see the behind the scenes of how what works in it. You know, like I love watching behind the scenes music video stuff and all that. Like it's just cool. That's why I like going on sets that I'm not even directing, just to go and like shoot photos, just to see what they're doing and see like how they pulled off that shot when the video comes out. I was like, oh, I was there. That's how they did it. So if I want to do something like that, like that's what I got to do. You know.
What podcast do you listen to?
I listen to a lot of the Barstool ones, that like the one that like Josh Fisher has. I forget
the
what it's called.
BFFs.
BFFs. Yeah, I watch them because they're just funny. And then like I even like listen to like my homie Cam's podcast, like the Cup Boys one, because they just talk about funny stuff. And then there's another one. It's like specifically, I think it's like the Cinepax podcast, but they're like a music video production company, and they like have done like ones with like you know Nick Jandora and like a bunch of other directors. So I always love watching like whatever directors they're interviewing and just seeing how they approach it, because every videographer approaches like a video shoot different than a different person. You know, just like an artist would have a different recording setup or style than someone else would. So it's like dope to see how they you know pull off certain shots, because it makes me like kind of like, open my mind of how I could do something differently or how I can do it better, So yeah.
Always improving, man. This is a
Mhm.
student of the game.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So who were some of your influences in getting started with visual arts? Like I don't even.
Oh, hell
Well,
yeah.
you've got so many different avenues, but like just who were like some of your big influences?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for the video and like cinematography aspect, definitely like Nick Chandor is a big one. Like, honestly, like all the people I'm homies with, like my homie Xandros, like I just get inspired by a lot of my friends too. Like just seeing how they, even if they don't even do videos, just photo stuff, like how they shoot stuff. Really just I get inspired by like the environment I'm around, But definitely some of the inspirations like Nick Chandor, Xandros, obviously Cole Bennett, Lone Wolf, and like a few others. But yeah, those are the first ones I can think of.
What about like growing up? Were
Growing
there like
up.
certain, like even like films or music videos
definitely
that
a
stood
lot
out?
I mean, yeah, definitely a lot of all like the Skies videos early on. Like I love those all. Like I watch them like all the time, and obviously the Cole Bennett videos, like always like super nostalgic. But other ones, definitely like the whole Bad Boy series, the movies. I love that movie. I just love the way they and now because I always rewatch like movies I used to watch growing up, because now I like kind of know the film side of it more. So now I see like the visual effects, the lenses they're using. I can like kind of see it. So it's like
using music
cool.
to enhance certain shots
Yeah,
and stuff.
exactly. So like, a lot of old films like that. And I like a lot of. I used to watch a lot of like the Conjuring series too. So like those like horror movies. And
Oh.
yeah. So like
the horror movie guy.
yeah, yeah. So I just like those videos, movies as well. So yeah, and definitely like all the old Uzi videos. Like, yeah, definitely.
Hell yeah, man.
Hmm.
Fucking love Uzi. Uzi's one of my favorite artists.
Yeah, he's one of mine too. Yeah.
So we were on set of that video
Yeah.
he did with Ian, right?
And yeah, that was surreal. Yeah, that was like a full circle because I literally have like the Scott Pilgrim tat that's like inspired off the
Damn,
cover.
the perfect love
Yeah,
tapes.
yeah.
He's got so many good tattoos.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
How
So,
many
like-
tats you have?
I don't even know. They kind of just turned into one
Yeah.
big tat. Basically.
yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, but like I literally like got that like 4 months before that happened, and it was just dope to be there because Uzi's one of Ian's influences as well. I mean, yeah, Uzi's one of Ian's influences as well. So it's just like dope for even like just to see him work with someone that he looks up to as
Yeah.
well. So it's just dope. Yeah.
Super surreal,
Yeah,
man. That's
dope.
just a phrase that keeps coming into my mind. Just thinking about all this shit, man.
Hell yeah.
It's like, holy shit, dude. This is real life.
Yeah. Yeah, literally. Sometimes I'd be like, damn, like this is my life. It's crazy. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Did you just like, are you good at just staying focused and consistent? You like ever
Yeah.
get down on yourself in the process?
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty. That's the one thing that I'm blessed at. I don't struggle with a lot of like anxiety or like mental health issues. Like I'm always pretty straightforward and positive because at the end of the day, it's like I'm just like happy to be here. Like it's like there's ups and downs always. Everyone has a good day, everyone has a bad day. Some people have more bad days than others, but like for me, it's like even if I have a bad day, I'm gonna try to make it into a good day or keep it the most positive like mindset.
Focus on what's going
Yeah,
right.
focus on what's going on and how I can make it better. Because like me 3 years ago would dream to be where I'm at now, so there's no reason for me to be down one day. That's like how I think of it. It's like I would dream to be here, and like now that I like am here and like becoming someone I would like look up to is like surreal. So it's like for me, it's like I'm always pretty straightforward.
That reminds me of a quote I heard once. Like, you got to be the version of yourself, like the younger you
Mhm.
needed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, literally. So it's like, yeah, exactly.
Just got to be there for yourself, man.
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm glad
Hell
to
yeah.
hear that, man, because you're just like one of the hardest workers I know.
Thank
Like,
you. I appreciate it.
You just
Hell yeah.
always grinding.
Mhm. Yeah. Hell yeah.
So I want to hear, like, so when you're shooting all these music videos, like, what is one moment that sticks out in your mind? Like, trying to get a tough shot, like, whatever it is, pulling focus, whatever.
Yeah.
Something that sticks out, like, you kept going and going,
Yeah.
more
there's-
takes. Like,
there's a few-
I want to hear these stories.
Yeah,
'cause
no, definitely. Yeah.
That's like the filmmakers, like,
Yeah. There's one recently that happened where basically it was going to be, so for the most part, I shoot like all my videos just because that's how I started out doing it. And I know people when they start doing bigger videos, they like having DPs or using bigger cameras, but I always like keeping it from how it started because that's just what I'm best at in my opinion. But I had this one shoot that I was going to have a DP for, which I did have a DP for, and we were going to shoot it on a red. It was going to be my first video. It was literally like probably in December. I was like, I'm going to do this. And then like the day of the shoot, like we couldn't get like any of the lens adapters from the rental house because they
boy.
were closed. So like we couldn't shoot on the red, and like we also got like all the mounts for the red camera.
oh my God.
So I was like, dude, like we can't shoot it on the red. And it just like kind of messed up like everything, but we like still pulled it off all the shots we needed to. But like that was one of them where it was like just like, you know, all the other components just didn't come through. And then what's another one? Oh yeah, another one was the gravestone video with Tux. We added this one shot where it was like a spotlight from like overhead, but the thing is, the way I wanted to shoot, I wanted to wrap around him, so I couldn't use a C-stand because it would have been in the shot. So we had to get it super high up, and we're in this warehouse. We don't have a ladder. So I was like, what are we going to do? So there was like this really sketchy like prop ladder.
Oh, Jesus.
And we used it.
Oh, nice.
And we shot it through a window, and it worked. But it was like we were like trying to figure out like if we can like throw a rope over and make like our own pulley system. But the rope was like mind you, like the light we were using was like not our light. We were renting it, and it was like a $1,200 light. Not trying to break it. And like we went through like 3 different like ways that we can shoot it, and we ended up finding like the one which was like with like the prop ladder leaned against like the warehouse wall through a window, and then someone holding the ladder making sure it like doesn't break or tip over on the other side. And yeah, that was one of them. That was a really funny one. That was a fun shoot too. Just like a bunch of good like memories and vibes. Like I love like working with Tux because, you know, he's one of my favorite artists as well. He's and just like a cool dude, like always just a humble dude. Like, you know, I love working with him. We've done a lot of work together, and we're gonna be doing more videos in the new year as well. That's one. I'm trying to think of another one. Oh yeah, another one was the Bernard Jazz video for Rebirth. We shot it in a classroom. That's one of my favorite videos I've done as well, because it was just a fun video. But it was a pretty simple video. It was just like one location, like it's a classroom. They're just basically like, you know, they're going to class, and then the song's over, the class is over, you know. So the problem was, so I was having my homies, well Landon was in it, Cam and Johnny, like everyone I lived with at the time, were in the video, and then Bernard's homie Balin Levine, who's like a YouTuber, was also just in LA at the same time. So I was like, bet, like, y'all should be in the video. It'd just be dope to have everyone there. And that was the first time, like, Balin was meeting, like, Cam and, like, Landon and all them in person, because they've talked on the internet before. So it was really a cool time for everyone. But the problem was, like, one big part of the video was, well, one, like, I wanted Landon and everyone to be in it, but I also wanted Landon to wear his Nowadays jacket, because it was in a classroom, and Nowadays was shot in a classroom. And, like, also Bernard, I got Bernard this, like, red and black jacket that matched, like, his hair. And it had, like, a B on it for Bernard. That he was wearing it, and like Landon like was like struggling to find his jacket the day of.
Oh,
and then he was like, "Yo, like I can't find my jacket. Like I might be late." Like I had to keep on to message like the owner of like the set, like, "Yo, we're gonna have to push back the time, blah blah blah." And then eventually it all came together. It worked. And we shot it, and it was dope. And then there's one more that's like really really funny, and the video like never happened. Well, it happened, but it didn't. Basically, there's a song on Landon's album called Light Blue, where like and like the whole concept I wanted to be taking place in like this room, but it was gonna be like a set build where like he'd be in the room, but then the set will get flipped over, and then he would be like walking on the ceiling and stuff, and then like walking on a wall, and we would set the room up in different scenarios and stuff. Mind you, like this video didn't come out because it never worked. And basically we built the set in our driveway, because like we had a pretty big driveway at the old house, and built it and everything, but also the thing is, instead we messed up. Like that's another thing too. Now is if I want to do this, I know what to do, because we made some mistakes in the pre-production.
You learn from your mistakes.
Yeah,
right?
basically like, and we thought it'd be cheaper to buy like, so the walls I think were like they're 10 by 10 feet, so like 10 by 10 feet tall and wide. But instead we got like, I think 2 by 3, 3 by 2s or whatever. No. 10 by 3, like a bunch of them, and like created basically like Frankenstein walls together and like plaster them together. Terrible idea. Don't do that ever. If you're trying to do something like that, don't do that, because it doesn't work. Because you end up seeing all the cracks in the walls, and it just looks terrible. And so it just came out bad, and also the ceiling was like, the way we put the ceiling together was way too heavy, because also we had to make the ceiling being able to walk on. So basically we had to make it as thick as the floor. That means it's more heavy. And we didn't have a forklift or nothing, so we were trying to attempt to, like, everyone that I knew, we were trying to hold up the ceiling, put it on the top, and get it high enough for 10 feet. I don't know why I was like, wait, would that even work? Like, it did not work. Like, it just, the ceiling just never got used. It was just chilling there. And then, like, we couldn't shoot the video because half of it was supposed to be in the ceiling and other walls. So we just didn't. We were like, all right. I was like to Landon, I was like, all right, this is not gonna work. But let's make the best out of the situation. Let's just like shoot a visualizer for risk, and then just start smashing the walls and stuff and spray painting them. So that's what we did.
Yeah, I remember.
Hey, that's cheating. Hey,
Yeah.
it's not working. Just
I was like, dude, we
fucking
already
destroy it.
spent a few thousand on wood and paint. It's not working. It's not gonna work. So let's just destroy it. And Landon was like, because Landon was stressed out too, because he had to hit up like one of his friends that was gonna be the model in the video, and then we had to hit up like my homie Nick to bring the TVs for this one other shot, and it just wasn't working. We were all stressed out, and mind you, we were working on this set for like 3 days. I was like, all right, you know what? Let's just destroy it. And even the guy making it was like, oh, let's do it. He was so hyped. Like, we tried to spray paint it all over it. We just want to make it look like some like graffiti little set. But it's funny because then like if you watch like all the old Cuffboy vlogs, you'll just see the set like in the background just all destroyed of all the vlogs because it's in the driveway. So whenever like we like leave the house, you just see it, and it was there literally until like a month before we moved out because it was just a pain to get rid of. Like it was a big like just chunk of wood like just everywhere.
It's a big
So,
chunk
yeah.
of shit.
Yeah, literally. It was just trash everywhere. We just basically made another garbage like area, just threw it in that little set. But yeah, that was another one that was like just a crazy like on set experience.
Those are great stories,
I
man.
know.
I can relate, dude. Like I'm the guy like working in a rental house. Sometimes I'm the guy running. Like you talk about
Dude,
delivering,
Yeah.
equipment that's not there. You
I
got to
relate.
run and get it to these people on time
On
because
time,
these
the
fucking
timing's crucial.
yeah, it's
Exactly.
crucial.
Exactly. No.
Yeah.
100%.
It's good, we all can relate on like different levels of. You guys relate on the film shit. We relate on the music shit.
100%.
I'm glad you guys could meet too.
Yeah.
I know.
I appreciate you sharing these
Hell
stories,
yeah. Hell yeah,
dude.
definitely.
It's definitely like some shit that the audience would love to hear,
Hell yeah, definitely.
and I love to hear it too,
Yeah.
man. Just hearing all the behind the scenes shit that's been going on. I haven't seen you in a fucking year,
Like,
dude.
yeah. Hell yeah. No, definitely.
It's wild.
Mm-hmm.
This man's been traveling a lot.
Yeah, I've been traveling a lot. Yeah. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I mean, the Uzi shoot was in Miami, so like we found out about that like I think we found out about the Miami trip on like a Tuesday, and we had to leave on like Wednesday or something like that. Or no, we had to leave Thursday morning and all that, and it was just like a super last second thing. I really had to pack up everything, just dip. That's how it is sometimes. You just gotta be ready, like on the go. Like something's it like even like that's another thing too. Is like I'm always about like hopping on an opportunity. So like if like say like there's a show here at this time or someone needs a videographer this time, like I'm there. Like I'll just figure out a way to get there. I don't know if I can't get there, I'll figure it out. So it's, but yeah, traveling a lot. Yeah, I went to Nashville too. I had like a shoot and like an interview shoot out there. Basically all over the U.S. for a tour. So yeah.
What's your favorite place you've been to so far?
Miami's cool. I love Chicago because Chicago is always a dope vibe. And like when I go to Atlanta and stuff, they always show love. Just Lyrical Limit and all that. Like Summer Smash was amazing. So.
Yeah, we bumped into each other.
Yeah, that was crazy. I'm like walking around. You're like, yo, Sam. Like, yo, like, cause festivals are big. You like
Yeah.
really don't run into people you like know. And the fact that I
Yeah.
ran, cause I knew you were there, and I was like, bet, like, I hope I can see you. And it was just dope. I actually got to see you. So yeah, we ran into each other. But
It's
I love
crazy.
Chicago. Yeah, I love
What a-
Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago was
yeah.
mad fun.
Yeah.
That whole festival was a great time.
It was funny because I literally went there like twice in the same month. One with Ian and one with Landon. And then wait, did I go back? No, I think that was just twice. Yeah, but yeah, one for Lollapalooza, and then one for Summer Smash. But then also Ian ended up last second being a special guest with Golden. So then like, they were like the team was like, yo, we're flying to Chicago. I was like, oh well, I'm already in Chicago here, so just book me a flight back. And they're like, all right, bet. Like yeah, so it was just like worked. It was just funny. So. Yeah, I love Chicago, and I love Arkansas, too. I just went there for a college show, but we also stopped there on tour. But they got, like, some of the craziest energy I've seen, like,
Really?
crowds. The crowds are crazy. We were at a college show, and mind you, it's, like, in a small gym auditorium, and there's literally kids, like, crowd surfing. It's crazy. It's crazy. And, like, the ceilings aren't even that high. Like, it's crazy. It was just funny. So I love Arkansas, too. It's a dope one. Trying to think of, I think that's really it though. I mean, New York. I was in New York for Fashion Week. With Ian. New York's always dope. I love New York. I would always go to New York growing up, just seeing the city. So I love New York as well. And Miami. But yeah, those are just a few to name.
Man, every time I see him, he's on a plane ride.
Yeah, no,
somewhere.
literally, my frequent flyer
Yeah, I
miles.
was gonna say you must
are
have some
up.
good frequent flyer miles.
Bro,
Holy
I literally
shit.
when I flew here, it was actually it was like the best Christmas present. When I flew here, they were like, "You want to get upgraded?" and they put me in first class free. I was so hyped. So yeah,
Nice.
Yeah.
Good man.
Yeah. So
That's
yeah.
awesome.
So when you heading back?
The 30th. Yeah, right before New Year's. 'Cause last year I was here for New Year's, but this year I was like, all right, I want to, 'cause everyone else, like Landon and all them, like are also going back for New Year's as well. So I just wanted to like experience my first New Year's in LA. You know?
You all
'Cause-
get together and have a
yeah,
good time.
yeah. So yeah.
'Cause you guys got together for Thanksgiving too, right?
Yeah, Thanksgiving. Yeah, yeah. We all got together for Thanksgiving, and then we all went home for Christmas. And we're back New Year's. So yeah, 'cause I'm usually always out here with my hometown homies, but I was like, all right, this year I want to try it with them. You know, turn up in LA.
I feel you, man. That'll be a good time.
Hell yeah.
So you got your own place now in LA?
Yeah, I got my own apartment right now. I'm hoping to move into like a house like within the next like 4 to 6 months, like a new house. Maybe with like a few other homies as well. But yeah, 'cause the next spot I want to live at, I want to live it like for a few years for a little bit, just like settle down.
Yeah,
and
get comfortable.
yeah, you know, 'cause like, you know, I feel like I've just been up and moving all the time. You know,
For sure.
busy, and then also just being on tours and all that stuff too. That's why I got an apartment at first. 'Cause I didn't even have enough time to like look for a house and like really like find something I liked. 'Cause we all got apartments. It's funny 'cause I had to move in first. I had to move out of the house first like a week before everyone, because literally like last second we're like literally moving out and cleaning the house right now to hopefully like everything's all good with the house, like the landlord's coming in, making sure there's no cracks or stuff missing, all that. So we're cleaning to make sure everything's good, 'cause we made a mess in that house. Like, you just picture like 8 dudes living in a house together. It's like a frat house in LA in the hills, so it's just like crazy.
Yeah.
So we're all like, we're gonna 'cause originally we were trying to get a house together again, like me, Johnny, and Landon, but like the market was really hot, and like we're like, all right, we're just gonna like move in apartments right now just to be easier, 'cause we just end up like the market was crazy and no one was answering. So but that week we were like cleaning and stuff. I'm like literally like cleaning my room, and then I get a call from Ian's manager like, yo, we're going to the Stanley Cup like tomorrow, like you can come, right? I was like, yeah, sure. And like, so that means I had to move all my stuff out of the house before, 'cause by the time I get back I would have to already be moved out, and like
Yeah.
it's just moving's a just pain. It takes a few days. So I was like, all right, and I had to move all my stuff out, move it into a storage unit, and I had to find a spot to move it back into by the time I got back. So I like got my apartment, and then next thing you know, Johnny and Landon get an apartment right across the street. So we're still all the time with each other, which is dope.
Yeah.
Like we're always just with each other, so it's dope. But yeah, I think maybe when our leases are up, we might get a house or something. We're figuring it out. But yeah, right now I have my own apartment. So yeah.
So what else, man? We could talk about the Trip at Night tour, I guess, a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
what was that experience like being on tour?
Hell yeah, that was another like like goal / milestone, 'cause like growing up I'm watching those Lil Skies tour vlogs shot by Nick and Xandros, and I'm like, I want to go on tour. I think literally like before I moved to LA, I don't know, I think it was like once I started working with Ian a lot, and they told me like he's going on tour and like that I'll probably be on tour. I was just watching those vlogs like every night, just reminiscing, like me watching them
Getting
before.
in the mood.
Literally getting ready. And I think literally the night before tour, before the plane ride, I like watched them all again, 'cause I was like, I just feeling it out, But it was dope. I mean, it was dope. It was just seeing a bunch of new faces and just being in different parts of the U.S. I've never been to. It was just crazy and
Bussing it.
Yep. What's up?
You were like on the tour bus.
Yeah.
the
Oh
whole
yeah.
time?
Yeah.
You weren't
Yes.
flying everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. We were on the tour bus.
Road trip.
Yeah, we were on the tour bus the whole time. We flew into Minnesota. That was the first day to meet the bus, and then living in the tour bus is like bunk sleeping, and then there's like a room in the back that Ian sleeps in, and then like a little lounge area and stuff in the front. But it was dope. The band that we had was really cool. The tour manager and all that. It was good vibes, and it was just dope. Yeah, it was fun. I love just the energy and tours and crowds and all that stuff too, and like editing like recaps and stuff. I love editing concert recaps, 'cause they're just super quick and fun. But it's like you got to basically like give like the viewers that weren't there like a little snippet of what it was like to be there.
Yeah.
So it was dope. And then like my favorite part obviously was going back to the Xfinity Center, and like all my homies like were out there in
Me
the
and him
crowd.
were working.
Yeah, we were working. Hell yeah, it was fire, 'cause like
That was a crazy fucking show.
yeah, it was, and it like
Sorry to all the kids that I bopped.
Yeah. It was dope too, because it was like the first show my parents and my sister got to see like me like working like
Yeah.
actually, which is kind of really really funny to say. But yeah, like I brought them all to the show. Brought my sister backstage. She got to meet Ian, and it was just like dope, like just to even just see her meet someone that she listens to as well was like just dope that I can give it to someone also, and it just being like family,
Yeah.
So it was just dope. And then like after like Ian said, I went in the crowd for a little bit and like just hung out with all my homies for a little bit before I went back to the next city. But it was just dope, like, you know, just being on tour and stuff. Like, definitely it was a great experience and definitely something I'll be doing again in 2022.
Hell yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
Fucking touring.
Yeah, touring's fun. 'Cause I love traveling too. 'Cause even before like tours and all that stuff, like if I'm like I would just hit up like my homies. Like I remember like I hit up my homie Jared, who's from Atlanta, that was friends with Bernard. I hit him up. I was like, yo, what you doing like next week? I'm trying to come to Atlanta for a week. And he was like, bet. And we shot like a few videos with Bernard. He's like, I always just like if I'm like in LA for a little bit, I want to get out. Like I'm gonna go just hit up a homie I know it's in another city or whatever. Like, you know, get work out there. You know, hey, like I'll hit up Bernard. Like, yo, let's shoot. I'll come to Atlanta next week. And he's like, all right, bet. You know, like stuff like that. So I always love just, you know, traveling. You know.
This man's living the rock star life.
Hell yeah.
Without being the actual rock
Yeah,
star.
exactly. That's the best part. I don't even have to do all that extra shit. I can just still live the life though.
Yeah,
Cause I still go to all the clubs and all the award shows, but I'm not the guy that they're voting for.
Yeah.
But I'll still be
Not
there.
yet, dude.
Yeah, hopefully.
You could be getting like director of the year in a couple
eventually,
fucking years.
hopefully, yeah. Hell yeah. So.
What else? So you were at Rolling Loud in LA recently?
No, yeah, Rolling Loud LA. That was crazy. Yeah, that was dope. Yeah, shot for Skies there. That was dope. And then Landon pulled up, and they obviously they performed Red Roses Nowadays, and they also did a new song which was dope for the fans to finally hear it. So that was really dope. And it was also dope too, 'cause then I told my mom, I was like, yo, they're gonna live stream Skies' set. You can watch it. And she was like super hyped to like seeing me on the screen. Every time she would like, I'll be on the screen, she'll like screenshot and send it to me like, you're right here. And I'll be getting my phone like vibrating while I'm on stage. I'm like, all right, my mom definitely just texted me. Yeah, but
Shout
yeah, shout out mom. Yeah, but yeah, Rolling Loud's always dope. And it was just dope because that was the first like festival I ever went to as like a fan. So just to go there and not you know see everyone in the crowd where like I was there, it was cool.
Dude, I remember Lyrical Lemonade, Summer Smash this summer, like 24. You were filming 24K Golden and Ian on stage performing like Mood, and 24K was like holding the selfie stick and he like throws it
to you
and you caught it while you're filming.
Yeah, no, yeah, that was funny. Yeah, so yeah, Golden was performing and he had like this like selfie like stick like GoPro thing, and I was like just the close person nearby him, and he just like he knew who I was. It wasn't just some random dude. So he just threw it to me and I caught it while I was filming. It was just like the craziest thing. Like, I was like those baseball skills came in and I was like, that was nice. I was like one hand filming. Oh yeah, got it.
The thing is, like, I was vlogging like while that was going on.
Really?
And I think I got him throwing it, but I didn't get you catching it.
That's funny. Yeah, I have it because it's on my camera. I'm like, got it. Yeah, that was super funny. Yeah,
that was a hell of a weekend.
Yeah, that was yeah. I love those like 3-day festivals because
Like,
I shot for a different person every day, so that was the dope part too. If you want to dive into Lyrical Lemonade real quick, like first day was Landon Skies I shot for. Second day was Lil Nar. And then third day it was Ian and Golden. So I was like had something every day, which was dope. And then like Landon went to all the days with me, and we were just chilling, meeting artists, networking, you know, seeing Cole, all that, you know, just catching up with people. So it was just dope. It was just dope. I shout out all the Lyrical Lemonade guys.
Yeah, that was a fun ass time, and I'm already looking forward to going back.
I know,
next
yeah.
year.
You already know they about to go even crazier. Yeah, I'm hyped. Yeah.
Hell yeah! Except for dude, when it started raining that second day.
Yeah, it was right before Nar was gonna perform, and we had to go back into like the little camper thing, and then they were saying y'all gotta go like home and then come back, and we were like, well, we don't like how are we gonna get to our cars, and or we Ubered here, you know. Yeah,
I remember texting you. I was like, dude, is Nard gone on yet?
Yeah,
And you were like, no, not yet at this time.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to see him. Like, I ended up missing like a couple of people I wanted to see. You were just trying to figure out who's going on.
Because you don't even know. And then you end up, right when they come back up, it's just like random times. And they got to fix the scheduling around. And they also got to cater to the headliners. So, yeah, it's crazy.
So, luckily, I met my boy Fresh there. I think he was like, when I bumped into you, that was that kid I was with. But me and him were just kind of like running around the whole place because we wanted to see all the same artists. So we were just running around.
Yeah, that's the funnest part. Like, you know, going to festivals, just like literally just running around and just making sure you get to the sets on time, getting a good seat, all that. Like, yeah, it's funny. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was like the first time I've really actually like been in some mosh pits too. Like I was like getting into it.
And he was moshing it up.
Oh yeah, dude. Juice WRLD tribute, we were going ham.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's just crazy. Yeah.
What a time. All right, moving on. A few more things I want to talk about. So you have an album you're working on.
Yeah.
You guys talk about that. I guess like the fact that you're not the one performing the songs on the album.
definitely. Yeah, like I'm putting together like I don't even know if I'm gonna call it an album. Might be just like a little project or EP, but I definitely am like putting together like songs that like a lot of my homies be making, and just other songs I might not drop, and just catering it and putting together into a whole project for like people to listen to. Because I've always like now since I've been in the studio with a lot of artists and just seeing their process, like it's like even just like beats getting made and all that. It's like really fascinating to me because I've never like made music like that. So it's just dope to just see it and like basically like executive producing it all. So it's cool. Yeah. So yeah, I've been working on it. Yeah. No,
Is the plan to have like a visual for every song?
Yeah, definitely a video for like everyone for sure. Yeah. I wanted to drop it like this year, but I wanted to wait because I got like a few other songs I was waiting to drop, and then because I already have like a good chunk of songs for it. But just how like edit any album, some might just get too old, and you might want to replace it with something fresh. And I wanna get a few other like key people on it. So I'm just waiting until their time's like right to like get it. So yeah. Definitely, because when I drop it, I want it to be like something big. I want people to really like, just like really appreciate it for what it is. So I just want to make sure it's like the right time. But I definitely want to drop some like singles soon, which I will be probably like within the next few months. I definitely have a few singles planning to drop with the visual to kind of move forward, or just even so people even know that I'm like putting music out under my name. So yeah.
So you already have one single out right now?
Yeah, Motel 6 with 10 Tempo. That one was dope. That was like, that's a funny story, which kind of like a lot of the songs on the album will kind of be like, it's like, that song went through like so many different beat changes and like, producer add-ons and like just different versions. Like he like re-recorded it like another time because there's just a bunch of different stuff that like, a lot of people don't see, or even I didn't even see until I actually was in the studio working with it. Just seeing how it became to what it is. So yeah.
Pretty boy shit. This bitch turned my hits on. Songs about.
Hell yeah. Shout out Tempo.
He's from Mass, right?
Yeah, he's from Mass. Yeah, Danvers. And we actually just worked on this other song recently that's super super fire. That's gonna just be a song that he's gonna drop, probably a single that we're gonna shoot a video for. I think we're shooting the video too this week. I'm planning out when we can do it before I leave. But
oh yeah, man.
But yeah, because I've been loving just like working like you said on even like the management side with artists I help out work with. It's like Tempo's one where I even help on like the creative side of the music. It's funny because the song where like we just finished up, like he sent me the demo and I was like, this song's fire, but I feel like the structure needs to be changed. So I like changed where the hook was and then made the first verse a bridge, and it like sounds crazy. It just changed the whole dynamic of the song. It makes it like very upbeat, and it worked, and he really loved it, and like we just going ham on that one. So I'm excited for that one.
Oh yeah, dude! I'm glad you're like helping on the music production side, playing that producer role. There's many different like I feel like especially within hip hop, a lot of people think that producer means that they're making beats. Like that's what that means. There's so much more.
Yeah, it's like you
could just be given creative direction of like giving your opinion on what should happen, or just even like helping being there in the studio and helping things go go smoothly.
Hell yeah, no, definitely.
So it's like something I've learned like from being like studying music is just learning like different roles people play and how that means more than what the average person probably thinks that means. Just because they say they're a producer doesn't necessarily mean that they're making beats.
No, definitely.
That's like definitely a common
misconception.
Yes, that's what I was about to say. I was looking for the word. God damn, man. So on topic of like your other businesses like clothing, like you plan to drop more with like Immortal?
I think I don't know if I want to keep doing Immortal, because I kind of want to start something new and fresh, and I've been working on it. It's called 29 Club.
That was my next question.
Yeah.
If you could talk about like what the hell that's gonna be.
Yeah.
Because I clicked the link and it just says does not exist or like whatever.
Yeah. I've been working on that. Because I want it to be more like, I also want to like host shows under like 29 Club, drop clothes with it as well, and do collabs with artists and just a little bit of everything with it. So it's mainly gonna be like kind of like a show promoting / clothing brand. That's what 29 Club's gonna be. So yeah. Definitely. So that's what my next project is. I'm gonna launch probably like mid to end of 2022. I'm already like finished with a few designs of the clothing and then like the promotional aspects, and then now I'm just figuring out the first show that I want to do sometime like mid-summer, like early summer, and like where I'm gonna do it as well.
Got to be something big, memorable.
Hell yeah, definitely. So yeah, that's like kind of my next like I guess business venture. I might do something Immortal eventually. Like I'll definitely have like stuff with it and like aspects of Immortal into like my new stuff for sure always. But I wanted to start something fresh and new for the new year and just kind of just try to just build something different from the ground up, So yeah.
That will carry you for
Mhm.
like the rest of the shit that you want to do. Like you said, putting concerts on, just having multiple like fuck man, my word choice is poor. Just multiple like things that you're doing. You're sticking your hands. You don't have all your eggs in one basket.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah,
so
definitely.
why is it called 29? What's the
29th
significance?
the day I was born. So yeah.
November 29th. This
Yeah.
man just turned 21.
Yeah. And I don't know, I just like the way the number looked. Stuff like that.
You got it on your neck, right?
Yeah, I got it tied on my neck. Yeah. And then yeah, I just felt like I could do a lot with the whole idea around it. So yeah.
Just wait for the year that you turn 29. That's
Exactly.
gonna be a lit
Crazy.
year.
Yes, sir.
Snap, just that whole year.
Hell yeah. Definitely.
Man, so I guess that we'll move forward into like what are your like future goals and plans?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely like, just putting out the best content I can, bigger videos, bigger productions, all that, just improving on what I capitalized off of last year. And then more tours, more shows. I want to start hosting some shows soon. And then the music festival, that's the big one. That's like, the icing on the cake. That's like definitely.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That would be.
The
I
day
can't
of
wait.
Canceling every plan of
Yeah.
mine when that day happens.
Yeah, so I want to make that a huge moment for sure. But I mean, as far as like 2022, I mean, I definitely want to work with some new faces, but also help grow and develop with the people I've been working with. Helping them with whatever they need and just developing artists as well. 'Cause I just love the whole the whole rollouts for songs and all. Like I've been doing that with Landon right now, just loving how the rollout is and like doing the playlisting stuff and just seeing the song grow. Like that's like one of my favorite parts about just the music in general, just the whole business side and how you can get people to go and listen to it. So
It's a lot of trial and error. Too,
yeah,
so-
exactly. Yeah. So just learning more on that and just getting better at that and just really using all my resources to the best I can. Just really improving as an artist, graphic designer, video director, photographer, whatever, just growing, more growth for sure. I feel like I always want to make my next video better than the last, and my next year better than the last, and just always just growing. I feel like that's it. in
Hell yeah,
every
man.
aspect. I feel like everyone can just grow in whatever they do,
I think that's why like a huge part of this podcast even starting it was just to inspire other people to keep moving forward and
Exactly.
grow at what they're doing. They can just keep learning from
Hell yeah.
not their like experiences or mistakes,
Mhm.
other people's experiences and mistakes, because
Exactly.
sometimes you have to experience things for yourself, but other times you could just see someone and be
Mhm.
like, well, I probably shouldn't do that, or I could do that,
Exactly. Yeah. No,
That-
definitely. Yeah. That's
definitely been a common theme of even like the music I'm working on right now is growth, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad that's just like what you're focused on.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
obviously you're not having any trouble with that.
Hell yeah, yeah. It's like, 'cause it's like, yeah, 'cause I guess like a lot of like stuff I was looking at like years ago, it's like we're already crossed off, and it's like kind of I want to add more stuff, but just more growth, like it's like I'm not really set on like shooting like for a certain artist. It's just more like I want to like get it naturally and like have them come to me or just like genuinely connect with them and like work with them. 'Cause I feel like my best videos come out when it's like just a genuine connection, like like everything works out great. So yeah, definitely just growth.
Do you think that you manifested a lot of what you're doing?
Oh yeah, 100% for sure. I mean, definitely, and I think like it's definitely like for the people that really, really like saw it from the beginning, it's like just steps. Like it wasn't just an overnight thing. 'Cause I feel like the overnight, like when something happens overnight, it doesn't last as much, and I want to last as long as possible. So it's like just steady growing. From like going to a show to like shooting the photos, and then to doing the music videos, and hopefully to do even bigger stuff and all that. There's a bunch of projects I've been working on with the multiple artists that like I feel like people once they come out they'll like see the growth and see everything. So yeah.
I'm excited, man.
Hell yeah, appreciate it.
So we kind of like touched on this already,
Mhm.
but like what advice would you have to like I was going to say younger people, but
Mhm.
like
Just
anyone that is like have a dream that they want to pursue?
Yeah, I mean, really just if find something you're passionate about and really like dig into it and just you gotta love what you do to be good at it. In my opinion, like you gotta just really like be passionate about it, and like if you're not passionate about it, I feel like you won't put your all in it. Just really find something you're dedicated at and you love, and just really work hard. Just you do everything you can to make it happen. Make that like your only goal. Because that was like my only goal. I was like, I'm gonna make this happen. Like it's gonna happen, and then little by little, just stepping stones, and just learn as much as you can. Like be like a sponge to like anyone you talk to, anyone you listen to, or whatever. Like, and just take everything in. Like I feel like that's like very important.
Absolutely, man.
Hell
A lot of things you said right there was like perfect clip.
Hell yeah.
Just to, like for
Clip it.
for people to hear, just like
Mhm.
you have to work hard for the things you
Mhm.
want to do, and like
Yeah.
you gotta consistently pursue it. You gotta be
Mhm.
persistent.
Yeah.
You have to be passionate about it. And why I love having this podcast is because the people that I have on as guests are clearly passionate about what they're doing, and
yeah.
why it's huge to have you on as a guest today, because I think every guest so far we've had on has been like a music artist or a
Mhm.
songwriter
Hell yeah.
or producer. Like it's good to get someone
Someone.
else that's got a different area of expertise. It still
Mhm.
relates to what we're talking about on the pod.
Hell yeah. No, I appreciate it. Hell yeah. Definitely.
Appreciate you, brother.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So I guess is there just anything that else that like you want to talk about or say or promote or?
No, I mean, I think we touched on everything. Thank you for having me. It's been great. Always.
Hell yeah,
No,
bro. We
it
just
is-
getting started.
Hell yeah.
It's episode
hear.
8, man.
Hell yeah. Definitely.
We both got some big shit coming in the future.
Hell yeah.
Kyle, you got any questions over there?
I got 2 questions.
Hell yeah.
The music video you're most proud of and why?
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta hear a story about this house. Like that
yeah,
living
hell
there,
yeah.
it
Hell yeah.
there
Mhm.
must be so many great memories. But I
Yeah.
need to hear some.
Hell yeah. So my video I'm most proud of, I feel like my music videos are like,
They're your babies. I
like
know,
your babies.
right?
Like you can't choose a favorite, I mean, but I mean, I love all the work I've done with Tux. He's just a great artist and just a great person. I really hope the world can like really see, because like I see, with these artists, I see a different side of them. And he's like really like he's dedicated. Like he's one person like I feel like anyone can like look up to. Like he's just really like dedicated on his craft, and I always just love like he always would send me songs and they're always just so good. I'm like
Right.
super hyped like whenever he sends me something. So I love a lot of stuff I did with Tux. Gravestone was like one of my favorites for sure. I feel like that's definitely one of my proudest for sure as well. Like not to say like it's the proudest, but it's one of them.
One.
Definitely although the most recent one I did with Landon too. That's the most recent one I think that came out. My most like recent one.
Secrets.
Yeah, Secrets. Yeah, Secrets. That one was dope. That one was dope because it was really like a last second like video. Like I think that same week he was supposed to have a show, and one of my homies was coming out to shoot it and all that because I was DJing the show, and then the show like got postponed to the new year because like some COVID stuff and the venue changed. And my homie was still out here and he had all the video stuff, and I was like to Lana, I was like, yo, if you have any songs, you want to shoot a video, just some quick run and gun stuff, like let me know. I got everything here. Like we can just do it. He's like, bet. And like literally like in like just a day's notice, we just went to Joshua Tree, to my homie Thomas's. He has like an RV out there because he owns like a lot of land that he's like building like a house and like property out there. So he has like this RV because he loves like hiking and stuff. So he's like staying in an RV out there part time when he's in LA. And Joshua Tree is like I think like 2 hours outside of LA, and it's like just these crazy like Joshua trees. That's why they call it. And like just a crazy like outdoors, like the air is so fresh.
It's supposed
out
to be
there.
beautiful.
Beautiful.
Right?
It's literally beautiful. Like the sunset's crazy. You can see the stars. We went out there and shot a video, and I remember cause like I was kind of coming up with some ideas. I found like a B&B we can shoot at, and then my homie Thomas that lives out there was like, yo, I have an RV, we can use that. And then it was like the 4-year anniversary of Red Roses, and they shot at an RV, and I was like, yo, it'd be crazy if we like recreated like the intro or scene from there. So we like recreated the intro of Skies coming out the RV, but with Landon, and it's like him like in this like crazy like just beautiful area, but there's like nothing around it, like just like trees and just like grass and all that, with like his dog, just him, and then he's just playing the guitar. Cause the song is like a very acoustic like slow song. So I felt like it just fit the vibe, and it's just cool to shoot it out there. And yeah, so that's definitely another one, cause it's cool to just recreate like a scene that like started everything for me. Like that was the first video I saw of Skies and Landon was the Red Roses video. So to be able to recreate that was like really dope to me. So that's definitely another one. And yeah, I mean, I love all the videos I do with Landon and Bernard. The Bernard videos are always fun. 'Cause he makes more like the rap hip hop music, so it's kind of a different genre spin of what I usually do with like Tux and Landon. That's more the alternative, maybe rock, hip hop type rap. So his is more rap. So definitely it's dope just to kind of get a different type of genre in as well. So definitely a lot of the Bernard stuff. But you know, like I said, like I love all my videos. You know.
Yeah, they're
So,
like your
yeah,
babies, right?
exactly. Yeah. Hell yeah. And then crazy moment at the house. I mean, and I don't know. I mean, there's always some crazy ones. Like, well, one was we bought a trampoline one day, and mind you, like, L.A. houses like don't really, especially in the in the hill type neighborhoods, like there's not really like yard space. And we bought a trampoline, like a big trampoline, and we're like, where can we put this? And we just bought it without even thinking because we watched like a video. I think it was like one of Balin Levine's vlogs or maybe Danny Duncan's vlogs, just one of those vloggers that just do crazy like fun stuff, and like they just bought a trampoline and put it in their house, I think. And then originally we were gonna try to put it in our house, but then we're thinking like we bought it like in the intent of putting it like in our living room area, but then we're like, all right, this is like definitely not gonna end well because we had like kind of high ceilings, but they weren't like that high, and just like it wasn't gonna be safe.
Yeah.
So then we like end up putting it in the corner like next to the pool, because then we were gonna try to jump in there to go in the pool, but the pool's shallow end was the end that was the only part we can put it in. So we just end up just putting there and just chilling there and just using it. But that was just a funny like just random one.
The trampoline, man.
But there's just so many just random things we'll do. I mean, you know, we'll just have parties there on like Tuesdays.
Yeah, just a normal.
You filmed the
Tuesday.
music video there too.
Yeah, I
with,
filmed. Yeah. Well, Landon had the video with 80s directed by Nick Jandora.
Yeah, that was
with
great.
Golden. That was there. So if you want to see a little bit of what it's like, it's just literally a party like every day. And it's funny. Actually, that's another funny memory is the confetti in one of the shots was like it was a mess to clean up, and it was getting through all the cracks. And like I swear, like every time we would like go somewhere in the house, we would just find more confetti. And then the most confetti got in the chandelier, and the chandelier is like super high up, and like it's like impossible to get down. And I don't even know if we cleaned that out before we moved, to be
Probably
honest.
not.
But yeah, there's just confetti everywhere,
Every nook and cranny.
literally. So yeah, but that was another cool moment. And then yeah, definitely some good memories there. Definitely dope to be a part of like that whole Cuff House experience. So yeah.
Yeah, that's just like
That's
a
awesome.
period of time that
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
you always remember.
Exactly. Hell yeah. Definitely.
Because you only
Yeah.
lived there for
And
a year, right?
Yeah. We only had it for a year because the owner wanted to sell, and then we're already looking at new houses, and then but hopefully we'll have a new house or something in the future. But it's funny because then literally a month before we're moving out, Uzi announced that like there's all in the pages that he just bought a house in Bell Canyon, which was the neighborhood that we lived in. It was all in all the rap pages, like he just bought property in LA. It's literally the neighborhood we live in. It was literally 5 minutes away. So I was like, shit, like we're
Yeah,
neighbors
that's a
with
bummer.
Uzi. We're neighbors with Uzi. And literally the week we're moving out, we literally see Uzi and like all like 10 of his cars getting shipped out here in like him. And we're like, bruh, we just moved out.
God damn.
Come on. So yeah.
That's funny.
Still got
Uzi.
to work with him. So.
Yeah. So yeah, literally, and that's the funny thing too, because then literally 2 weeks later, I get known that there's an Uzi shoot, and I was like, oh, bet. So yeah, that was cool.
Man was so turned at Lyrical
Mhm.
Lemonade. That last
yeah,
performance
he was crazy. He's always a crazy performer. Yeah, shout out Uzi.
He had that crowd going nuts.
Mhm.
Oh, a question I got for you. What was like one of your favorite albums that came out this year?
Hell yeah. Take Us to My Downfall. That came out this year, right? That was-
Nope. Came out last year.
Really?
It came out September of 2020.
Wow. Oh,
yeah,
it
I know
did.
that
It
was
did.
definitely one of my
it did.
I think
favorites.
Okay.
Maz said the same thing on the first episode.
Wait, did the deluxe come out in the new year?
No, it came out like a week or two later. I feel
Damn,
like.
All right. Well, not that.
Yeah, I know, but that was a great.
That was a great
right?
album. Shout out Machine Gun Kelly. That was a
Hell
great
yeah.
album, and I got to see one of the shows on tour because Ian came out. So he's a great performer. Did you see him perform?
Oh yeah, when he came to Boston on
yeah.
tour, I went to that.
Yeah.
It was fucking
Like he's just
turned
great.
up.
Like the set design, like everything's crazy.
Ended up bumping into like Danks
Hell
there.
yeah. Oh
fucking-
yeah. I think they told me that. Yeah, but yeah, he's a great performer. I always love seeing him perform. So,
yeah, that was
well,
lit. That was the
that was
first time.
that was one of my favorites of 2020. But all right, 2021. Let me look at my music real quick.
Honestly, it was a decent year for music.
It was
I feel like
decent.
it was like
Definitely
nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy. I mean, let me.
What about you, Vinny?
Yeah. What about you?
My favorite album
honestly
this year, I
forget.
think, is "Every Day Is a Day" by Cold Heart. Cold Heart is like become one of my favorite artists recently. Album's unreal, just like a mix of, just like emo, pop, rock, 80s synth wave. Like I don't even know what the fuck, dude. Like man's just like finding his pocket in that way.
Damn, I was gonna say Whole Lot of Red, but that dropped
Last year,
last year too.
Also, I mean, like Drake's album, obviously, but like I wasn't like blown
yeah,
away by it.
Kanye's. I don't know how. All right, Kanye's was really dope, and because I got to go to the Donda event in Chicago, because
Oh,
it was
damn.
literally on one of the stops on tour. Like we were in Chicago for a day off, and it was Donda that night, and someone that Ian knew had some sort of production on the project, so we just were able to go. So we went to that, and just to see it, like hear it before it came out
Yeah.
live was crazy. And that was the one that Travis came out for, so that was crazy. The Baby came out. Marilyn Manson was just chilling. I don't know.
Jesus
It was
Christ.
that.
In
It
the
was
cut.
that one. Yeah, and then that
Just
was where,
chilling.
and that was where like he like set himself on fire. It was that one that I went to.
What?
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Kanye did, yeah. And then Kim like, and him, but shit, all that shit with Pete Davidson now. But Kim and Kanye like had some ceremony thing there too. It was just crazy, but that was definitely one of my favorite, probably my favorite project that just dropped. Probably that one, because I also just got to hear it like in the stadium. Like it's definitely made to
Yeah.
be played at stadiums, like huge stadiums. Cause
Yeah, that probably was an experience.
like
in
it was
itself.
just like, because it was weird because we're just sitting there like for like 2 hours. We're like, where the hell is he?
Yeah.
Like, nothing, not like mind like nothing's even going on, and like the lights turn off and we're like, what the fuck's going on? And then you just see like a whole lot of like Escalades, black Lambo trucks, like a bunch of these black luxury cars decorated in roses, black roses, coming out and then driving around in a circle around the house. And then we just start seeing like these like people with like these masks or whatever, and then like almost like SWAT team members with the Donda stuff walking out like single file, like they're like in the army or something like that, like crazy. It's like so weird. And you start hearing that Donda, and then on the screen it's like pictures of his mom, and it's just like super crazy. Like you really feel like the vibrations crazy.
Yeah.
It's in a stadium.
Just everyone's like ready, like what's gonna?
Yeah, we're like, yo, this is crazy. Because I think it was one of the first ones he played like the full project, like from start to finish.
Yeah.
I think it was the only one he did besides the one in Chicago right before it dropped. But it was like the only one he played like the full thing in order, like everything. So it's just dope to hear it like live. So it's really dope.
Before it even came out.
Yeah, and that was like the first time where I think the first time they heard the first time you heard Cardi's verse off the verse. I think I'm off the grid, because I don't think he had it yet. And then the Baby, it was the first time you heard the Baby song and the Travis one. Because it was funny because like you would hear it, but like it's not even like really like a show. It's more like an experience, because like it's not like really like he's performing it. He's
Just
literally
playing it.
playing it off his phone. Like I'm pretty sure he was playing it like off his phone.
Yeah, really?
like off his phone, like to a Bluetooth speaker, like, to, like or
Really?
texting on the tracks. I remember like next song he would change, it would be on his phone or whatever. But
Probably
like,
doesn't trust anybody to play.
yeah,
it.
probably. But like it was cool, because like, but then like you'll be listening to the song and it would be him, and you're like, all right, like who's on this, or who's the crazy feature? And then like I remember off the grid you hear the beat, and then you just hear Cardi's like scream, and we're like, yo, it's about to be crazy. Me and Ian looked at each other and we're like, yo, is that Cardi? And it was just like funny, but
Yeah,
it
that
was
must
just
have been a
dope.
moment.
Yeah, so that's definitely one of the albums, just 'cause I got to experience it in a different way. So
Yeah, for sure.
definitely that.
I think one of my other albums I would say for this year was Six Dogs posthumous album,
Mhm.
posthumous, whatever the fuck,
Yeah.
however you say it.
Yeah.
Fuck with Six Dogs.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
He's like one of my favorite artists right now. It's like too many of my favorite artists are
Mhm.
no longer around.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Super unfortunate.
Crazy. Yeah, but no, yeah. Shout out Six.
He's got
Dogs.
like a really unique sound.
He
too.
does. I fuck with him like heavy. Like I really fuck with the song he has with Skies, and then the song he had with Young Pinch. Yeah, those are two of my favorite Six Dog
Hell
tracks.
yeah,
but
man.
yeah, R.I.P. Six Dogs.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Everyone.
I had one more question that you reminded me of. I
Mhm.
forget what you said, but I think it was about Machine Gun Kelly. You took some pictures of him. Were you at Travis Barker's Halloween?
Yeah, Halloween party. I was. Yeah, Ian performed there.
This guy's just like, what?
Yeah, I was there as well. That was cool. As well, there's a lot of great faces there. Like Modson was there, Avril, Jaden Hauser, MGK, Megan, like just everyone was there. It was just funny because like I think MGK said it was like just a crowd full of like just people and like rich people. Like it was just funny. Like so many artists were just there. Like it was just crazy.
Just turning up,
Yeah.
having a good time.
But yeah, so it's just funny. So I was there with Ian. It was dope. Yeah, great way to spend
Did you
Halloween.
would you dress up? Would you dress as?
No, it's actually funny.
Did
All right.
not dress.
Bro, me and Ian were pulling up. We did not get the memo. We were supposed to wear costumes because we thought like everyone else like that wasn't performing was supposed to wear costumes. No, MGK pulled up in a skeleton costume. Jaden Hosser had like some face paint. Josiah was like a mad scientist, and like me and Ian are just like we didn't get the memo. What's going on? Like we're both wearing just like Rick Owens and stuff. Like, like we're like, yo, this is what. Like, and then it was funny because then like 2 days later, Landon has a Halloween show, and we're like, all right, we're gonna dress up. And like Lil Mosey was also performing, and Sui performed. They didn't dress up, and we're literally dressed up. I have like these devil horns on. And so I was like, bro. So like, come on.
Damn.
But
Can't win, man. Dude.
I know.
It's like,
I was like, bro.
either you're being too cool. Like, I don't need a
Then
costume.
if you do
or
dress
you're
up, you show up
like,
to this
oh,
party.
you're not having any fucking fun. Come on, dress
Yeah.
up.
You show up to
You
this
never know
party
with the LA parties, because LA parties, like, you know, LA sometimes it's just a little strange. And, like, you know, sometimes people are too cool to dress up. And I was like, all right, I'm about to dress up. Nope, no one's dressed up. So.
Let's say you show up to this big party and you were dressed up and then no one's wearing
Yeah.
anything. It'd be like, oh.
Yeah.
Gotta get the memo. That's funny, man.
All right, you
Yeah.
ready to wrap it up?
Hell yeah, yeah.
We appreciate you, brother, for coming on.
Hell yeah, I appreciate y'all for sure, always.
Thank you so much, man. This was great. It was
Hell
a lot
yeah.
of fun.
Thank you. It was great. It was fun. I'm excited to be on this, so.
Hell yeah, man.
Alright.
Definitely going to try to get it done. Well, no, I'm going to get it done before the new year.
Hell yeah,
I
definitely.
think it should just be the last episode before
Let's do it.
the new year starts. So
Hell
I'll
yeah.
probably get it done within the next day or two and then upload it.
Hell yeah.
This was episode 8 of the Endless Enjoyment Podcast. I'm your host, V Chenzo.
Thank you, folks. Kyle Shea. What a fucking episode. What a guest. Thanks, man.
Hell yeah, I appreciate y'all, Sam McGrath. I appreciate y'all for having me.
My guy,
It's been a
Sam
pleasure.
McGrath,
Hell yeah.
just turned 21.
Hell
Get
yeah.
this man a beer.
In
Jesus
the-
H. Christ.
In 2021, we're going into 2022 right. This man's got a fucking, who even knows what the fuck's coming. One of the most talented videographers, graphic designers, photographers, just one of the most hardworking people I know. So if you've never heard of him, go check him out. Sam McGrath, my guy. Appreciate you coming by.
Hell yeah, I appreciate you, bro.
Enjoy, brother.
Hell
Thank you. Enjoy. Good night, y'all.